The facts in the case are not unusual. They come from people who have not clearly been watching my program for the last 22 years, because it seems that the two of you lived together without benefit of marriage for a long time. Mr. Williams, you came into some money as a result of a settlement from workman's compensation. You purchased a house.
Yes.
And the house was purchased with all of your money.
Correct.
And the mortgage on the house is in your name.
Correct.
And you added Miss Emmerich's name to the deed, according to you. Miss Emmerich did not put in any money into the house.
No, ma'am.
She doesn't even allege that she put in any money into the house. So now the house legally belongs to the two of you.
Correct.
And in addition, you were a really nice guy, and you said, here is some money, according to you, to furnish the house. You gave her $30,000 and you put it in her account, and she went out and she bought all kinds of stuff for the house.
Yes, ma'am.
She says that you gave her the $30,000 and she went out to furnish the home, to make it into a home. Then the two of you split up. And now the home is a problem, because if the home had been in your name, Mr. Williams.
Yes, ma'am.
Since you were the person who paid for it, since you were the person who has the mortgage for it, then there would be no problem. You would probably do the gentlemanly thing and say to Miss Emmerich, listen, we've been together for 9 years, but it's not working out. I'm going to give you time to find a place to live. So instead, the two of you resorted to filing orders of protection against each other.
Yes, ma'am.
Which was ridiculous, because the first thing an order of protection is supposed to do is really protect people, and neither one of you was being threatened by the other.
Correct.
With the exception, no way, with the exception of the fact that you wanted the house. Oh, that's what you did. You got him out of the house. Don't say no.
That's right.
I'm telling you, yes. You filed for an order of protection, and he was ultimately put out of the house and was out of the house for a while. He filed an order of protection against you.
He filed one against me first, ma'am, and it didn't go through, okay? He's lying again.
Just a second.
ma'am.
Did you file an order of protection against him?
After the fact, he threatened when I caught my daughter in the bedroom behind the door, when I put laundry in the washer that was downstairs where his room is, when he threatened to hang me and burn me alive in the basement.
Miss Emmerich, listen to me. Whose house is this?
It's both of ours.
Well, unfortunately, you are correct. That would be your fault.
Yes, ma'am. I understand this.
And unfortunately, all the courts can say to you, Mr. Williams, is because you were foolish enough to add Miss Emmerich's name to the deed is...
That was a commitment.
We went shopping for the house together. I was supporting him for many years. He got that settlement after falling after 3 days on a job, okay, ma'am?
Miss Emmerich, his settlement, his money. All I'm telling you is that the only thing that I can tell you is that some judge, not me, because I don't have the right to do that in small claims court, is going to tell you that you're going to have to sell the house and then deal with the proceeds with each other, because in order for you to sell the house, you have to get her to sign off on the deed.
Here's a quick deed right here.
I'm not doing it. I was on the mortgage too. We went house shopping together until you decided to change your mind and had my daughter behind the closed door.
Get out. Get out of my courtroom.
Fine.
Now, all I can tell you to do is this. She's not going to sign a quitclaim deed. I cannot force her to sign a quitclaim deed.
I understand this.
You were together 9 years, and that's what happens. There are courts in this country that deal with people who are married, and then they have equitable distribution of property that was acquired during the marriage. You're not married.
No, ma'am.
So there is no place for you in the legal system other than this quandary that you put yourself in by adding her to the deed of a house that you purchased.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, as far as the things are concerned that are in your house, what I gather from your complaint, which she doesn't deny, is that you gave her $30,000 to put into her account, and with that $30,000, she furnished the house.
Correct.
Right?
Yes, ma'am.
Her counterclaim, which I've dismissed, asks for the return of those things because she says that the $30,000 was a gift.
No, ma'am.
The $30,000 was a gift, and therefore anything she purchased with it belongs to her. So all of the appliances and furnishings for the house belong to her. That's what she's counterclaiming for. I've dismissed her counterclaim because she couldn't behave herself in my courtroom. I would have dismissed it anyway, but now I can dismiss it quieter because I don't have to listen to her. Okay? I don't know if there is any truth to what she was insinuating with regard to your conduct with her daughter. That's for a whole other venue. All I can tell you is this, sir. I can't help you. I suggest you start acting civilly with each other. I can't force her to sign a quitclaim deed to property, but I can tell you that I've dismissed her case and she can't get the property that's in your house.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you understand?
Well, she has it all, so.
She has the appliances?
She has everything. She took it out with a U-Haul, her and Mr. Ingram here. He drove the truck, and they came in and took all the appliances out of my home, everything, left me with an empty shell, and then filed an order of protection on me, which I have right here, which I had to stay in court because they ordered me to move out of my house. And I got it and proved that it was falsified and denied. And the next day I went to it, and she'd do another one on me.
I got it, but you're back in the house now.
Yes, ma'am, I am in the house. Yes, I am.
Okay.
But she does not reside there.
Okay, for how long?
I've been in the house now since the last of these order protections, July 6th.
Oh, well, it's not over.
No, ma'am, not by a long shot.
It's not over.
It was.
Whatever. Do you have any money left in the bank, Mr. Williams?
No, ma'am. I have a $20,000 CD I put in.
Good. So you have some money.
But not for another year.
No.
Or so.
Right.
Correct.
But you have it.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right. Sorry I can't help you, sir. Next time, pay attention. Until you marry somebody, until you're ready to make that commitment, don't put their name on a deed. Got it?
Yes,
Goodbye.
ma'am.
Mr. Morrison, do you own or rent this
own.
house?
I own the house.
And it has, according to you, it has 6 bedrooms, some of which you rent.
That's right.
When did the defendant move into one of the rooms?
October 2014,
When did she move out?
approximately July 2nd, 2015.
According to you, and according to your complaint during the time that she was there, you loaned her a lot of money for a lot of different things. The aggregate, oh my God, is $5,000. She moved in October of 2014. Had you ever met her before moved in? When was the first time that you advanced her any money?
She was arrested for DWI in approximately May 20th. That was the first time that I'd given her any money. That was
May
$2,000.
20th of 2014.
2015.
And so she was arrested for DUI
And she called me from jail. She said that she needed to be bailed out. At first, I balked. I didn't want to give her any money. But she was crying, carrying on, literally begging me to get her out of there. She hated being in jail. She told me that she would give me the money back, pay it back as soon as possible. She said if I didn't help her, nobody else would.
Okay. And how much was her bail?
$2,000.
Was that the first time that any money was advanced to you, Miss Kearns?
No, ma'am.
When was the first time that Mr. Meyerson advanced you any money?
I moved in October 2014. I was there a month, and he immediately started bugging me about my vehicle, telling me it was a death trap. I was doing...
I don't want you to read from anything.
I was...
I want you to give that to Bird.
Okay. Yes, ma'am. He immediately began bugging me about my 2004 Dodge Neon. He was telling me it was a death trap. He kept asking me if there was somebody that could buy me a car or would. I told him no. I'm 29 years old. I cannot go to mommy and daddy to buy me a car. I was on my way home one day. He called me and said I went to the bank and I got a $20,000 loan. Let's go get you a car. I did not ask him to do that. I was fine with my vehicle. He told me that he would include it in the $550 rent. It was all bills paid, the $350. And I would pay $400 for the insurance.
Just a second. He would include it in your rent or add an amount onto your rent?
Included in the rent.
Of $550.
Of $550, and $350 would go towards the vehicle. This is after a month of me living there. I did.
Just a minute. Is that
No.
correct? Tell me about the car.
At that time in January, it's true, very true, that I told her that the car was a death trap. It was. So I told her that with my credit, I could get a car for nothing down at a very low interest rate, and I would also deduct the payment from her rent because I'm still clearing $200 a month. I'm doing fine financially. I didn't need that money. It was just, I got space. I wanted
And you
to do.
liked her.
I thought she was a good tenant. She was paid on time.
Well,
she was
if
quiet.
she was a good tenant, then you say thank you for being a good tenant.
Exactly.
I mean, if you're a bad tenant, you throw them out. If you're a good tenant, you renew their lease.
I did not like her in that sense. I said she was a good tenant. And,
Did you ever, between
and
October and January, did you and Miss Kearns ever share a meal together?
No.
Is that correct?
Absolutely.
I barely ever saw
Is
her.
that correct?
That is correct.
Barely saw her. She was not home. She kept to herself when she was home. She sometimes would have a boyfriend come over for 5 days, let's say, and I'd never see her.
Okay, so that this was an act of goodwill.
Absolutely. I felt sorry for her.
Fine. Let's deal with then the car first. So you purchased a car. The car was in whose name?
In his name.
Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, and you said that she could use it. It wasn't in her name with you as a lien holder. It was in your name.
Yes.
So you had a car. The car's insurance was paid, and I assume that Miss Kearns was a listed driver on your insurance.
That's true.
Yes.
Well, Mr. Myerson, let me tell you this. I don't know what you do for a living, and you look like and sound like a relatively intelligent man. What you've just done is substantially complicated your life, your credit, and your liability for, according to you, someone that you know for 2 months who's
That's
renting
true.
a room from you.
That's true. But, Your Honor, I can explain this.
What?
I can explain this. I did not advance her 1 cent.
I just said you complicated your life,
True. But I countered what she
compromised
said.
your credit, and increased your liability
That's true.
for someone that you barely knew, never shared a meal with, knew nothing of their background, and you look like an intelligent man. I just don't understand why an intelligent person does that.
I've helped many people in my life. It's the way I am. Sorry.
How many other cars did you buy for people?
None, but I loaned a friend $100,000.
That's a different story.
Oh, it is?
Loaning a friend money. I always say you never loan somebody money with the expectation of getting it paid back. Because if you get it paid back, great. That means that they were honest and honorable. But most of the time, they will find some excuse not to pay you back. And you will have lost the money and the friend.
She was doing fine.
Just a second. But you're here, Mr. Myerson.
She was doing fine until
here.
she went off on me one day in June. I want to explain that, and maybe it will make more sense to you. But she paid on time, no problem, okay? There were no problems. We had no issues. We never argued. She was quiet. She was a good tenant. However,
She was a good tenant who, according to you, was paying $550 a month rent starting in October. And then you said you could now pay $200 a month rent, and $350 of what you pay I will use towards paying back the car.
That's right.
So she wasn't paying back anything.
That's correct.
She was paying the same rent.
Absolutely.
It all sounds cuckoo to me. I'm just letting you know. And it
Fine.
sounds cuckoo to 10 million other people.
It's fine.
But keep going.
Okay.
So everything was fine. She's paying the same
paying
rent.
me? No
She's
problem.
paying the same rent. And all you're doing is you're kicking in $350 a month.
not out of my pocket. That's lost income.
It's out of... Mr. Myerson.
It's what I do. Sorry.
Mr. Myerson, you can argue with me from today till tomorrow, my friend. It sounds to a normal person cuckoo.
That's fine. It's fine.
Cuckoo.
Fine.
Okay, what kind of work do you do, Mr. Myerson?
I'm a computer programmer.
Keep going.
Okay. So on June 26th, she came home. This was the first crosswords we had ever had. She came in. She was drunk. She went straight for the refrigerator.
Of what year?
That's 2015. She went to the refrigerator, grabbed a beer can, poked a hole in it, started sucking down the beer, and then threw it on the ground. Beer was spraying everywhere. Then she proceeded to yell at me. The only thing I could make out of it was she said, "You're always picking on me." I was shocked. I didn't know what to do. I just said, "What's wrong?" She walks over to the garbage. She starts rummaging around, finds beer bottles, and starts throwing them at me. There's beer spraying everywhere. There's glass everywhere. Then she starts banging on the walls with the beer bottles. She's poking holes in the walls. I have pictures.
This is ridiculous.
And then I
What
called
I
the
would
police.
like to see first, Mr. Myerson, is the bail bondsman's receipt that you paid $2,000.
You'd like to see the evidence?
Yes, I'd like to see the bail bondsman's receipt that you paid $2,000, and that was on May 20th.
This document right here, document D. And I have a police report to back me up.
Well, the bail was $3,100. You put $2,000 in your credit, and $1,100 was due on the 29th.
That was from somebody else, though. I didn't pay the $1,100, just
Who
$1,000.
did?
I don't know.
I did.
You paid the $1,100 that was due on the 29th.
Yes.
Okay, let me see the police
Here's
report,
the police
please.
report. Backs up what I said.
This is the June report of the incident where she was intoxicated.
Absolutely.
Okay, good. So we have $2,000 for bail. Explain, did she pay you back the $2,000
No.
for bail? Go.
Okay. So,
No, I don't want to hear the whole story
Okay.
from the creation. I want to know why you didn't pay him back the $2,000 for bail.
he told me
No, not he told you. Called him and told him you were being held.
I was being held.
So that you had one phone call.
Yes.
And you didn't call your mommy or your daddy.
No, I called.
You called him.
No, ma'am.
Who did you call?
I called an attorney, and he three-wayed him.
And
He agreed to do my PR bond for $2,000. I let him know that I had a debit card at my house where I lived with Randy, and I specified for Randy to take the $2,000 out of my account to pay the bond.
great. Okay.
Lying.
And instead of doing that,
He took it upon
he
himself.
paid himself.
And I was not involved in that phone call.
Just a second.
Okay.
So you owe him the $2,000. What you should have done, if you had the debit card and you had the money right in the bank, what you do is you get out of jail and give him back the $2,000.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
why didn't you do that?
When I asked him when I needed to get it, he said, hold off. You have a lot to deal with. Get it to me when you can.
Okay, now he wants it, $2,000. What else? What else, Mr. Meyerson?
I've got tons.
What? Just a second. You may have tons.
Bills?
I have no
Bills?
time.
I'll
You
give
have ton. You
Okay.
have tons. I have no time. So
Okay,
far, she
200
owes you $2,000
Okay.
for her bail.
Car was impounded.
That would be your
She was
problem.
arrested for DWI.
I don't care. Did you see the way I just said to you at the beginning of this process? You don't know somebody. You buy a car in your name with the express intention of that person, that stranger, having possession of the car, and then the car that's in your name gets impounded. So what you have to do is you have to get it out of impound. That's your problem. Next time you'll be smarter. Next,
Toll fees, $636.
toll fees
She
on
was
your
driving
car.
all over the country.
On
I had
your
no
car,
control
in your
over it.
car.
Absolutely.
You didn't take it back.
Tried. Police wouldn't help me. Police
Sorry.
would do nothing. It's a civil matter.
Sorry. Car's in your name. She was living with you. Got toll fees. Take the car. Take the keys. Call the police. Say, that's my car. I want my car.
Toll
What's
fees-
next,
toll
Mr.
fees
Meyerson?
were after she left.
What? You
I
should have
booted
taken
her out after she assaulted me. She
Great.
took the car because
Just a minute. Report it stolen.
I tried. They said you can't do that.
Yes, you can.
They told me I could not.
Well, I'm sorry, sir. I'm sorry that you got a stupid policeman. I'm
Well,
sorry that you
then
got
they're
a
all
stupid
stupid because
policeman.
I went to multiple police departments.
I'm sorry that you got a stupid policeman. Next.
Car payments I made between July of 2015 through now. I made payments of $3,100. She paid me a total of $1,450.
That would be your problem. You
Then I've
made
got
an-
nothing else
you
to
made
submit,
an-
Your Honor.
You made an
I have
arrangement.
nothing more to submit.
Great. You made an arrangement with her that she didn't have to pay anything on the car, $550 for rent, and you would take out the $350, leaving you with $200. That was your arrangement with her. Then you had a fight, and she was drunk and disorderly, and you threw her out of the house. And as well you should have. Well, then she couldn't pay you the $550, the $350 for the car. That's why I said in October of 2014, when she moved in, and 8 weeks later, you obligated yourself to a total stranger to buy a car, put it in your name, give her the ability to drive around in it, unfettered, and make this fakakta arrangement with her rent for free. So she actually paid the same rent, and she not only had a roof over her head, but she had a new car and a roof over her head. Really, that's some deal. Well, that's what happens when you act like a jerk. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $2,000. We're done. Tuggles, what did you get arrested for in California?
A robbery charge.
Is that charge still pending?
No.
What happened with it?
I served 2 months in jail.
You served 2 months in jail in California for a robbery?
Yeah.
Was that your sentence?
Yes.
Did you plead
No,
guilty?
my sentence was 4 months.
Did you plead guilty?
Yes, I did.
Was Miss Little's car involved in that robbery?
No, it was not.
Then how come Miss Little's car was impounded?
The car was impounded because we had got arrested inside the car.
Oh, well, then it was involved in the robbery.
Yes, because I had it in my it was in my property. Yes.
What does that mean?
I was on camera getting into the car. They had camera proof, and they pulled the car over.
Is this the first time you had been arrested?
Yeah.
Who were the other people you were with?
I was with my friend Isaiah and my other friend Robert.
Were they arrested too?
No, they were not.
Who did you rob?
I don't know.
Well, let's start this way. Was it a man or a woman that you robbed?
It was a woman.
Was it a young woman like me or an older woman?
It was a young woman.
Did you steal her bag?
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. My fault.
Now, did you go to California with your two friends?
Yes, I did.
And where does Miss Little live?
She lives in Spokane, Washington.
So there weren't ladies to rob in Spokane? You had to travel to California to rob somebody?
The purpose wasn't to go there to rob anybody.
Well, you mean that was just a spur-of-the-moment thing for you?
Yeah.
And you robbed her pocketbook because?
It was a bad time.
It was a bad time for her. Now, I'm asking you why you robbed the lady's bag. You went to California for what purpose? You borrowed Miss Little's car and you went to California. What did you go to California for?
I went to California. I originally went to California, and one of my friends had a little family emergency. I took her down there. Dejana, she knew I had the car the whole time.
Just a second. I know that you have this story well rehearsed in your mind. But that doesn't provide me with any interesting conversation, the story that you already have pre-rehearsed. What's the name of your friend that had a little family emergency?
Isaiah.
And what was Isaiah's emergency?
I don't know. That's his personal business. I honestly have no idea.
Well, he had to have told you if you took her car and drove from the state of Washington to the state of California. You're not stupid, are you? You would have said, what kind of an emergency do you have that you need me to take you to California?
I honestly don't know.
You mean your friend Isaiah just said, I have an emergency, can you drive me to California?
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh is not an answer.
Yes.
And how long were you supposed to be in California?
Just to go there and back, drive right back. There was no intentions to stay.
And just so that I understand, there are no buses that go in between Spokane, Washington.
Yeah, there is, but I also had permission to use the car, so.
I didn't ask you about permission to use the car. I don't doubt that you had permission to use the car. I don't know if you had permission to go to California, but you had permission to use the car because you didn't have a driver's license. Did you have a driver's license?
Yes, I did.
Because you used to drive around Miss Little.
Yeah.
Of course.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yes.
Now, I'm going to get back to this robbery for a moment just because I'm curious. Were you the driver of the car or the passenger of the car?
I was the driver.
So Isaiah was in the car in what seat? Passenger seat or
Isaiah
driver?
wasn't in the car. Isaiah had got dropped off at his family with his family.
So your other friend was in the car?
Yes.
And his name?
Is Robert.
Robert what? And he was the passenger?
Yes.
So you hopped out of the car to grab the woman's bag?
I didn't grab the bag.
Who did?
The passenger.
Robert?
Yes.
But you just told me Robert wasn't charged.
I took the charge.
You just told me that there were cameras that saw what happened.
Yeah.
Which is how your car got pulled over.
If some cameras, pedestrians, I don't know what the exact was.
Your Honor, I have the police report if you wanted to look at it.
Sure.
Okay.
I'm not quite finished torturing him yet. I don't think that 4 months actually was an appropriate sentence for somebody who robs a lady. Oh, good. The reason that they didn't arrest Robert, right, is because he ran away, right?
Yes.
You, as it happens, the narrative is that you were the driver. So it was Robert who pushed the victim to the ground.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you know Robert? That's either a yes or a no.
Yes.
Perfect. Oh, now you want a whole bunch of money for your car, right? It's impounded. Yes. I want to know everything you know about Robert. And if it's not enough, I'm kissing you goodbye. Do you understand me?
Yes, ma'am.
Perfect.
What do you exactly want to know about Robert?
I want to know where he lives. I want to know anything that you know in addition to his name is being Robert. Do you understand?
Yes.
And I'll give you lots of time to think about it if you need time to think about it. But I don't want to hear nothing. Do we understand each other?
Yes.
Good. Now I want to know everything you know about Robert.
I haven't been inside of his house, but I have when Trevon was driving and Robert was in the car, we had taken him to his mom's apartment, I believe.
Great. So now I want that street address.
Do you want me? I can pull it up on my phone.
Perfect.
Okay.
Going to give the Garden Grove Police Department some busy work. And Robert, a bit of a heart attack. Heard, well, she's looking that up. Would you look up the low-end cost of a 2009 Pontiac G6?
I can bring up the address real quick if you need it.
You have your phone? Take it out. Look it up.
His name?
His address and his phone number.
I don't know his phone number. I don't even like dude.
So he lives right off of Colton. I can literally point which apartment is his, though. I don't know the exact address because, like I said, I've never been to his house. It was just we drove up to it and I saw what door he went into. So I have a picture
Give me
of
the address on Colton.
Says from the Google Maps, North Colton Street. I just don't know the exact apartment number because I've never been in his apartment.
It's all right. The Garden Grove Police Department will contact you and you can show it to them.
Okay. Why would they contact me, though? The case is done.
No, the case against Robert isn't done at all. They couldn't find him. He ran away.
Oh, yeah.
Case against him is over. But Robert was the one who committed the actual robbery, according to the narrative. And you're going to help the Garden Grove Police find him.
Oh, yeah, I've tried. When everything happened, and he came back, I tried to give the cops to him. I tried to get him to my job, everything.
Get who?
So Robert, I tried to give the Spokane Police Department because they knew that he had been back from the whole situation, I guess, because I got contacted by investigators, and I kept trying to give, pretty much I tried to set him up. I was trying to set him up and give him to the cops because...
What?
She did that all on my behalf to help me get out of jail.
You were driving the getaway car. I have absolutely zero misgivings about torturing you because he shoved her down, he took her wallet, he jumped into the car, and you were driving, and according to the police narrative, you sped away in a high-speed chase. Would that sound right? You want me to read it?
Yeah, because I didn't go no high-speed chase. I pulled over in a Denny's parking lot and got out.
Here we go. Suspect 1 ran to the vehicle driven by Suspect 2, and both fled at a high rate of speed through a shopping center and neighborhood. That's according to the police department. Suspect 2 parked the vehicle and was physically confronted by a witness as Suspect 1 fled the scene. Suspect 2, that would be you, was detained. The wallet, victim's wallet, was located in Suspect 2's vehicle. That's your vehicle. Suspect 1 is still outstanding. What, are you kidding me? The wallet was returned to the victim, and Suspect 2, that would be you, also had an extraditable warrant out of Washington for him. I thought you said you'd never been arrested before.
I haven't. I just had a warrant. I didn't know I had a warrant. Then it got brought up when I got arrested out here.
What was the warrant for?
Residential house burglary.
What do you do?
I'm a server. I've worked in food service since I was 16 years old.
What are you doing with him?
Sorry, I'm not trying to get emotional. I was really vulnerable when I met him. That's all I can really tell you. Because I realize I don't realize why I was with him at all.
You've been with him since?
No.
Just a second. Because you tried to help him get out of jail, according to him. According to your complaint, he stole your car.
Correct.
He stole my car. I reported it to the police that he stole my car.
No, I never reported it.
Yeah. Good. I'm glad you said that, because if somebody steals your car, which is what you swore to in your complaint, then you don't try to get him out of jail, which is what you just told me. You try to set up Robert and give the police Robert, and he says, put your hand down, and he says you tried to do it in order to get him out of jail.
Well, no, because obviously I got that police report and I found out and I talked to the investigator and they told me about what happened and what Robert did. And I found out Robert was the one who really robbed the person and caused all that with my car. And so, yeah, I was trying to give him to the cops.
Well, why were you trying to get him out? He was the
because
getaway
he was going to help me get my car.
The getaway car driver.
I know. My car is on an evidence hold right now. So either way, I cannot get my car until his case is settled. So the faster I get him out, the faster I can try to have him help me get my car back.
What do you want?
She put down $3,500 on a lawyer for me and then made previous $1,000 payments previous on that.
It wasn't
to help me get out of jail.
She paid for your lawyer? Mm-hmm. You didn't do that. Please tell me you didn't do that.
His mother was messaging me, telling me she cries herself to sleep, telling me she cries in the shower. She told me she wasn't rich. I was working 3 jobs, 90-hour weeks. His mom knew I had money. His whole family manipulated me because I worked so hard, and his whole family took advantage of me. And that whole time, I expected their help. And he got out, and he was running around Spokane. I have videos of him with guns. He doesn't do anything. He doesn't even work.
Listen. I wouldn't touch him with a cattle prod. You know, you are an attractive, smart, hardworking young woman who had a car. I don't know why you lost your license because of.
I got pulled over and I didn't have my insurance card on me, so they gave me like an $800 ticket. So, and then I was working a lot and I didn't get to the 15 days.
He says you lost your license because of?
A DUI.
Which is not true because I'm still in the process of my DUI right now. I just recently got that.
Okay. So what we're going to do is all tell the truth.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Absolutely.
So you lost your license because you have a pending DUI, and they're allowed to take your driver's license away if you have a pending DUI.
Yes, but my hearing hadn't happened yet.
Doesn't matter whether your hearing has happened yet. They can take away your license without a hearing.
They told me my license was suspended because of an unpaid traffic ticket the first day that I went to court.
So now we have no insurance and a DUI arrest.
No, I have insurance. I have proof of
Just a
insurance.
second. And a DUI arrest.
Yes.
Good. You have the title to the car? I'd like to take a look at it. You bought this car in April of 2017?
Yeah. I barely have.
Who did you buy it from?
AutoNation. I also have that if you'd like to see the bill for that, for my car.
I'd like to see it.
The actual original copy is in my car and I can't get it. So this is what the AutoNation company sent me.
Or do you have a current price in that car?
$1,402.
$1,402?
Right.
Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $1,402. We're done. Thank you.
I worked really hard. I paid for that car myself.
I did not steal her car. She gave me full permission to have her car.
He was really sweet. Told me he wanted to kind of start a life with me.
I got sorrow for her. I feel her, for real.
Then he just did what he did to me.
Mr. Sylvester, you and the defendant worked together.
Yes, Your Honor.
Where did you work?
We worked at Kazuki Ramen. It's a ramen house, a restaurant.
How long had you been working there?
We both worked there for about 5 months. I was there in the opening, so was he. So we opened the restaurant together, basically.
Did you know each other before you opened the restaurant?
No, Your Honor.
And there came a time when you decided to room together. Was that a permanent arrangement for you or a temporary arrangement for you?
Definitely temporary. It was kind of more of a personal favor. The apartment was far away from downtown, and at the time I wasn't driving, so he pretty much just asked me, could you please, because we went and saw the place together, the landlord liked me, they're like, could you please just move in for a couple of months until you find another arrangement, which I did allow, but I didn't want to be on the lease, and I wanted to pay less than him because I knew I wouldn't be there as frequently.
Were you on the lease?
No.
Only you were on the lease?
That's correct.
Okay. Did you put down security deposit?
Yes.
How much?
$350.
And you moved out after a couple of months?
Just 1 month, really.
2 months.
I thought it was 2 months.
2 months.
Did you give him his security deposit back?
I returned $250 of his security deposit back.
Why?
I withheld $100 for outstanding bills from the months that he had lived
I've
there.
never seen a dollar.
Just a second. What bills?
I have a garbage bill, a cable bill, and an electric bill.
And how much do all of those bills add up to together?
They totaled $269.84.
Bird, would you show those to the plaintiff, please? Because we're going to get to the crux of this case in a minute.
The previous payment is here, and then this is the actual bill from that time.
Yeah, no, I've seen the bills. I paid him in cash for these bills. I never saw $1 from the deposit. It was $350. I also helped him out for.
There's one issue in this case, and I'm not getting involved with your $250 and $350 because it was my understanding from reading your complaint, sir, that he did give you some money back from the.
No, I never received a dollar from the deposit or the rent that's owed. Basically, I moved out early September with the agreement that when his new roommate moved in, I would receive the money for that rent and also the deposit.
Do you have proof that you returned any part of the deposit to him?
No, everything was dealt with in cash.
Okay. Now, you moved out on what date, sir?
It was like September 2nd, between the 2nd and the 5th.
Now, so I'm not getting involved in it because if you actually believe that he owed you money and there was so much animus, late October, you wouldn't have gone to his house for a house party, which is really the crux of this case, which is the only part of it that I'm dealing with. So let's understand that. If you felt that he owed you prorated rent or some money for security deposit, when you were invited to his home a month later, a month after you moved out, for a party, I would not have gone if I was in an acrimonious situation with somebody. So you went to a party at his house in October. Now I want you to tell me what happened when you went to the party in October, because that's what this case is about.
When I went to the party in October, we discussed the deposit and the monies owed. And as you mentioned, I did have some resentment.
You shouldn't have gone.
Yeah, I really shouldn't have gone.
Guaranteed. Right. Okay.
You know, he basically got violent with me about it. He pushed me outside the door and then locked the door.
Yeah. Unlocked the door.
He locked the door with my keys inside, my car keys inside. So.
And keep going.
Then I had to pay for a cab to get home.
And
then the next day he said a bunch of crazy things to our manager that we worked for.
I don't know whether he did or not. That's hearsay.
Either way, though.
Because there's nobody here.
Either way, I sent him a text message saying, I'm going to take you to small claims on this matter then. I gave him the small claims paperwork. I'd like to see
that text.
I don't have the text with me, but I do have this small claims paperwork that I filed.
To me, carefully.
Yes.
I want to see the text where you said to him, I'm going to small claims court. You say you have a text. Use your phone right there.
Yeah, I do not have the text, unfortunately. This is a new phone.
You know how many times I hear people, how did you get a new phone when you lost your job? What you're suing for here is lost wages. When did you get a new phone?
It was a very affordable phone, Your Honors. I do have the small claims paperwork here.
Listen, I'm going to do my drill when I'm satisfied that I'm going to throw you both out.
Yes, Your Honor.
Great. So you don't have the text.
No.
And you said if I don't get satisfaction, according to you, which you don't have because you bought a new phone, you said I'm going to take you to small claims court. And you filed a small claims case on what date?
The small claims was filed on October 31st.
On what date were you served with the small claims case?
I was served that Monday, I believe.
By whom?
His mother.
Where?
She came behind the bar while I was at work.
And at that time, you were both still working at the same restaurant.
That is correct.
Were you working the same shift?
No.
What shift were you working?
I was working my afternoon shift, so I was working the 4:30 to close shift.
And what shift were you working, sir?
I did not work that day, the 31st.
What shift did you usually work?
I worked the same shifts as Josh.
So then you were both working the same shift, except for the day you was allegedly served with a small claims case.
Yeah.
Just answer my questions.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, now I would like to see the small claims case.
Yes, Your Honor.
Well, I see two small claims cases.
Yes, I amended the order to include the lost wages after he filed a restraining order to keep me from work.
Shh, just a second. But you left things out when you filed an amended complaint. First claim you asked for, not that I'm getting involved in it, prorated rent, a loan, and your possessions, and your deposit. The second case you filed was deposit, rent, and lost wages. So I assume that you got your loan back and your possessions back.
No, I didn't. I've not gotten my
So you
possessions
just
back.
made a mistake.
Yeah, I just amended
Just
the
a
order.
mistake. All right. Now, the whole thrust of this case, the only part that I will hear,
Yes, ma'am.
so that's nonsense, is that at some point you filed a protective order against him.
That is correct.
On what date?
I filed a protection order the day after I received the small claims court.
Basically in response.
Shh.
Yeah.
Don't speak. You filed it the day after.
That is correct, Your Honor.
Okay. And I would like to see the date that you filed it and the allegations that you make.
Okay, I have the petition and I also have the temporary order if you'd like.
Let's
both of
see the
those.
petition. Now I would like you, sir, to explain to me the reason that you filed this protective order a day after you were served with a small claims case.
So the incident that occurred at my house, as it states in the petition, he was sexually harassing a house guest. Upon being asked to stop, he berated her using...
Who cares?
Okay. I kicked him out.
Who cares?
I kicked him out. I didn't feel the need to call the police because he was investigated. I wanted the matter to end there. He made it clear that he was not going to end the matter
No,
there.
don't just say. Don't tell me what he made clear.
Yes,
he was
ma'am.
bothering somebody at your party. That person didn't file a protective order against him. You did. And I want you to tell me what he did that inspired you after you were served with a small claim case to file a protective order.
He made it clear that...
No, not clear. That is an assumption, sir, based upon facts, which you are going to tell me. And the facts had better be consistent with what you wrote in your answer, which you probably don't remember.
In my petition
But-
order?
No, in my case.
Okay.
In my case. So I want you to tell me specifically what Mr. Sylvester said or did to you that inspired you to file for a protective order the day after you were served with a small claims case.
The day after I was served with a small claims case, it was in my belief that he was going to continue to harass me while I was at work, and therefore I filed the protection order.
I want to tell you something. You abuse the system. I don't care what you believe. Your mother cares what you believe. Maybe your sister cares what you believe. Maybe your mother cares how you feel. Maybe your sister cares how you feel. The law doesn't give a rat's ass how you feel. The law believes in facts. And so far, I've asked you 3 times to give me something specific that Mr. Sylvester said or did to you that inspired you to file for a protective order against him, excluding him from your workplace, because that's what you asked for. Excluding him from your workplace. And I guarantee you, on Bird's life, that you did not tell the judge before whom you were requesting this protective order that you worked in the same place.
I made it very clear.
Oh, I don't believe that.
I made it very clear
I don't
to the
believe
judge.
that, because then you're telling me that the judge was a moron.
The judge suspended it. He didn't issue a permanent restraining order.
No. You asked for. That's not what I'm saying to you, sir. Let's make ourselves perfectly clear.
Yes, ma'am.
You requested a protective order on an emergency basis, excluding him from your workplace.
That's correct.
And the judge granted that application on an emergency basis, therefore making it impossible for him to go to work. And I guarantee you that you didn't tell that judge who granted the temporary restraining order based on this nonsense that he was a fellow worker along with you. You may have told the judge who heard the final order of protection and denied it because you were not granted a final order of protection, right?
No, but I disclosed his working location when the judge asked where the perfect place for service would be, service of the actual document.
I think that you overstepped it and you abused the system and you abused him. Now, if you felt threatened, which I think you did not, was this, by the way, this young woman that he was making come-ons to at the party, was this somebody that you knew well? And give me the first name.
Her name was Van Lynn, and yes, it is somebody that I know well.
Is it somebody that you were dating?
You could say that.
That's either a yes or a no.
Yes, we were dating.
Right.
Casually.
So while I'm not getting involved with the rest of this nonsense, I am awarding him money for lost wages.
Okay.
Because I think that your actions not only abuse me as part of a system, because you used it in retaliation. Your girlfriend didn't feel threatened enough to go and seek a protective order. And you never sought a protective order before you were served with a small claims case. And this was after the party.
It's for the same...
Just a second. We're done. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $1,500. We're finished. Thank you.
Nobody wanted to live with him. He's a slob.
When I woke up to him cleaning my house...
He's always broke, and it's red flags.
And having random people that I'd never met before coming to view the house.
So the few people that I did bring by, they're like, this is disgusting.
Before 30 days notice was given, yeah, it made my life kind of difficult.
And I'm definitely not doing this. So it was a trouble to get that spot.
Not going to do it again.
And hopefully this is one step closer for Joshua becoming a man.
Mr. Adrian, you were a tenant of Mr. Horn's for approximately 8 months, according to what I read in your complaint. Is that correct?
Yes.
And you're suing him for a variety of things. Let's take first things first. First thing is that you had a security deposit that you left with him.
Yes.
And you want the security deposit refunded to you.
Yes.
How much was the security deposit?
$1,450.
Is that correct, Mr. Horn?
I believe so.
Okay. And when did you give him the $1,450? When did you start your tenancy?
The agreement was entitled, I have evidence.
Just tell me the date.
23rd of November, 2015.
And you moved out on what date?
I moved out on June 21st, 2016.
Did Mr. Horn return any part of your security deposit?
No.
And you just rented a room from him?
Yes.
Is that correct? All right, Mr. Horn, we're going to deal with first things first. Security deposit. You agree that you did not return any part of Mr. Adrian's security deposit?
Correct.
Now you're going to tell me why.
Because the damage and the thefts that occurred when he was living in the house.
You don't get any credit for thefts that occurred when he was in the house that you didn't report to the police. Did you report any of the thefts to the police?
When they arrested him, yes.
No, during his tenancy. Fine. Forget thefts. I want to see the damage that you're claiming that he caused. When was that damage caused?
The day he moved out.
Did you punch these holes in the walls?
No, I did not.
Did anything that you do cause these holes in the doors?
The big hole was already there when we replaced the door, and the small hole, Mr. Horn punched.
Who replaced the door?
I did. I put it back myself.
You replaced the door on the hinges, and this was the door to your room?
Yes, there was a door. It was the door before this one was broken, so I just replaced that door with this door with the two holes.
You bought a door?
No.
Where did you get it from?
It was in the garage, an extra door in the garage.
Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. What other damage did he cause?
You don't count stolen.
No,
correct?
you have to return his security deposits. So we have $1,450 so far. Now, the second part of your lawsuit is punitive damages for false arrest. I assume that sometime around the end of June when you moved out, you and Mr. Horn had an altercation.
Yes,
And as a result of that altercation, you were arrested.
that is correct.
No charges were ever filed against you. So you were released.
Yes.
Okay. I want you to tell me about what happened. Was that on June 21st?
This was on June 20th.
On the 20th. So tell me what happened on June 20th.
On the 20th, Mr. Horn and I got into an argument
About what?
about money that I should have paid him for gas and for food.
Gas for what?
He was driving me to the beach so we could go on walks, and he was driving to Hollywood so he could go to a comedy show, and I wanted to go with him. But I didn't pay him for gas, and so...
Okay, so you were going to split the gas?
No, I was going to pay him
Hey.
full in gas.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how much did you owe him?
He told me $20.
So he approached you about the gas money and food?
Food. I ate some of his food. He let me eat some of his food, and part of that would be paying for the food.
Would be all in the $20?
Yes.
Okay, so he asked you for the $20. And what happened?
I told him I didn't have it at the moment, but I would give it to him as soon as I got it, and he was upset. He didn't believe me.
How long had you owed him the $20?
About maybe 2.5 months, because he was being generous and driving me without asking for the money, but it got so overwhelming that he finally asked for the money, and I agreed to give it to him.
Just $20?
Yes.
Is that correct?
Yes.
And you would owe it to him for months?
Yes.
Go ahead.
And after that, we got into a verbal argument because, like I said, he got upset that I wasn't giving it to him on the spot. And so he punched the first hole in the door, and he was getting upset. And he kept pushing on the door, and I locked the door. I said, I want you to calm down first, and then I'll talk to you. But he was still getting upset, and then, he was hitting the door as hard as he could, and he finally broke it off its hinges. And he shoved me down where I hit the fan. I landed on the fan, and it broke. And after that, I called the police. And the police came the first time, and they said, what's going on? I told them what happened. And they said, well, why
Don't tell me what they said. Do you have a police report from that incident?
I do not.
Okay, so you called them the first time.
Yes.
And?
They told me...
You can't tell me what they told you. You went back into the house.
Yes, after they told me to,
You went back into the house.
Yes, back into
and
the house.
that was the 20th. Okay, what happened after you went back into the house?
After that, Mr. Horn went back into his room. And when he was in his room, he closed his door, and I went over to the door and I knocked on it. And I wanted to, just apologize for yelling at him. But he was still upset, and I was still knocking on the door just saying, hey, I would like to apologize. I made a mistake. I just want to apologize.
You were yelling at him?
Yes. And he was upset, and he came out of the door with a bamboo stick. I ran back into my room because he was following me into my room. He was really upset. He had an angry face, and I went back into my room, and he was there with the bamboo stick, and I reached into my closet in self-defense to grab my bat, okay? And I held it up. I didn't touch him with it. I held it up, he backed away, and at that point, I called the cops.
For a second time?
Yes.
So you called the police on both occasions?
Yes.
Okay, what happened when the police arrived?
The police arrived and they handcuffed Tyler, and they sat me down on the driveway. They talked with him. I don't know what they were talking about. And then they came over to me and they asked me what was going on. I told them what was happening. And they had enough evidence, I guess, to arrest me because Mr. Horn said that I hit him with the bat, which I did not hit him. I didn't touch him.
Did you tell the police that he hit you with the bat?
No, I did not.
What did you tell the police, Mr. Horn?
Told the police that he pulled a knife on me, which he did. His memory is very faulty.
Did you have a knife in your possession?
No, I did not.
During the course of the police placing you under arrest, did a knife fall out of your pocket?
It was in my pocket, but it was not out of my pocket.
So it was in your possession. Knife was in your possession?
Yes.
What kind of knife was it?
It was a small pocket knife. The blade was probably that big.
Okay. Do you have a police report? I'd like to see. You don't have another police report where it's not all blacked out?
I tried to obtain one, but
You can return this.
the Attorney General in Torrance blots out the name of the perpetrator and not the victim, which is rather ironic to me.
They blocked out the name of the perpetrator because there were no charges filed against him.
Yeah, evidently.
Okay. Great. Mr. Adrian, you're getting your security deposit back, $1,450. But clearly, unless he was psychic, he didn't know that you had a knife in your possession.
Yes.
If it was in your pocket. But the police found the knife when they placed you under arrest, and they did voucher the knife. Did they take the knife?
They did, yes.
Did they subsequently give it back to you when they released you the next day?
No. The arrest was not for the knife. It was for elderly abuse, which I did not hit him.
Now, the only other thing that I'm going to consider, I'm not considering punitive damages for false arrest. What I am considering is the laptop that you say he kept that belonged to you. Was this an old laptop, sir?
Yes, it was a Windows Vista.
And did you, Mr. Adrian, at some point damage Mr. Horn's computer?
No, I did not.
Did you damage his keyboard and printer?
No.
Did you use his keyboard and printer?
The keyboard that he has, I gave that to him. It was a black keyboard that I gave to him along with a monitor that plugs into a laptop. And the printer, it was not broken. The ink cartridges just weren't working, so it looked as if it was broken.
How many laptops did you have when you left the house on June 21st?
Well, I had 0 because of the laptop that was still there.
So you didn't have a computer?
I had a laptop that I brought into the house when I first moved in.
And that was the one that you are claiming that Mr. Horn has. Is that correct?
Yes.
Other than that laptop, you have no other laptop or no other computer. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. Go ahead, Mr. Horn. Explain the computer to me.
I saw him steal a laptop from underneath my living room table, as I also saw him steal my iPhone. I did not give him the food. He stole it.
Mr. Horn, let me tell you what your answer is.
That's it.
No, let me tell you what you swore to in your answer. You swore in your answer that Mr. Adrian gave you his old computer as payment for my broken equipment. Now you just tell me that he stole your computer.
And then gave me his.
Okay. You have to return his computer to him, and I will give you an order that you can go and get it in the company of a police officer. In addition to that, you get $1,450, which is your security deposit. We're finished. Thank you.
He was a nice guy at first, but as the months went along,
I would drive him places and try to help him out. I bought him a dinner or two.
He was very crazy. He was yelling at himself and just acting very crazy.
And just nothing. He wouldn't clean.
He was mad that I didn't clean my room when he wanted it to be clean.
He wouldn't do anything around the house that he was required to do.
He was mad that I came back late and that I was blasting music.
He started lying, stealing.
I did not steal the iPhone.
Came home from a bike ride, saw him steal it and run down the driveway with it.
Because I already had a phone. He lost his iPhone.
I better know them better like I do the guy that's in there now.
Exactly. I have a dad, and he's not my dad.
Very glad he's gone.
I never want to see him again.
Ms. Koza, you didn't do what you were supposed to do because you allowed a romantic relationship to interfere with your good judgment, and you allowed Mr. Burns to use your credit when you were dating to buy a car and, according to you, a television set. You stopped dating. Mr. Burns took the car. He continued to pay for a period of time on both the credit card for the television set and for the car, and then, according to you, he stopped. In what month and year did you stop making payments on the credit card and the car?
March 2012.
And why did you stop making payments?
I had to put a new transmission into the Subaru 3 months prior, and I used all my financial aid. I'm a full-time student. So I had to live off the money that I was making, so I didn't have the ability to pay the bill.
So how many months delinquent were you?
30 days. The Best Buy was 60.
So 1 month on the car and 2 months on the Best Buy card. You also didn't have the car properly registered.
Yes.
Is that right?
That's correct.
And how delinquent was it in being registered?
Almost 6 months. I was waiting to pay for the catalytic converter in order to get a smog because it's in California.
That's not Ms. Koza's problem. That's your problem. The fact is you visited on her because the car is in your name?
It's in both of our names.
The credit is in your name?
It's 50-50.
Well, it's not 50-50. They're going to come after the one who's working. Are you working?
I am.
What do you do?
I am a substitute teacher looking for a teaching job, and I nanny on the side.
And what do you do?
I'm a full-time student, going to school to get my teacher
Well, then
credential.
they're going to come after you because you have a job.
And that's what they told me.
Yeah, of course. So, you got pulled over, your car wasn't registered, they impounded the car, Ms. Koza got the car out of impound, paid the parking tickets. You also had parking tickets, right? That wasn't because you had a bad transmission. That's just because you parked where you felt like it.
Yes.
And you also didn't pay the parking tickets.
I was going to pay the parking tickets, but she'd picked up the car and paid them before I had knowledge of it.
When you get a parking ticket, you pay it. And if you didn't have enough money to
But if
fix
you don't have the
car,
money, you can't pay it.
that's not her fault. Don't take the car.
$3,400 for a transmission.
Listen to me. That's not Ms. Koza's problem, Mr. Burns. I know that you want to say it's somebody else's fault. How old are you?
28.
28-year-old man should not be a full-time student if he has bills to pay. He should be a part-time student and a full-time worker bee. Or at least a part-time worker bee and a part-time student, or any configuration thereof. But a 28-year-old man who has bills to pay, who has indebted somebody else for him, doesn't sit back and read his books all day. He works and doesn't rely on the largesse of others, which probably in this case includes family, friends, and student aid, which is, of course, us. Now, Ms. Koza, you want what he owed you on the Best Buy card.
Correct.
How much did he owe for the TV on the Best Buy card?
For the Best Buy card, he owed $1,300, and I have proof that it was in collections for the last 4 months, which I was not aware of. And the bill was $1,300, and so they did a settlement for me because I just had a breakdown. I don't make a lot of money, and the settlement for $752 was paid. And so that
you got a bargain, Mr. Burns. $752.
But again, I didn't ask her to pay it.
I don't care whether you asked her or not. What would you like her to do? You'd like her credit score to be 0? You would like her credit score to be goose egg?
No,
I
told her when stuff was going on. I would have the money in 2 weeks.
Mr. Burns, you don't have money because you don't work. Get a job.
That's not always true.
No, get a job. Get a job. You can't say, honey, I don't have any money. If I had it, I would give it to you. Sounds like some relatives I know. What I'm telling you is people get money by working. By the time you're 28 years old, you should have figured that out. That's how Bird makes a living. That's how my cameraman makes a living. That's how the people that run the lights make a living. Everybody who wants to earn money works.
I worked for a long time before going back to school.
Well,
you know?
Just a minute. You worked for a long time? You're 28 years old. You tell me that you worked a long time when you're 70 years old.
And I went back to school, worked full-time, and went to school full-time until I was 26.
And then what happened?
I went to the University
You retired?
California, Santa Cruz. No. I ended up in Santa Cruz.
All right,
it's a little heavier.
$752. What did you get to get the car out of impound?
What I had to do to get the car out of impound.
Just tell me how much you paid to get the car out of impound, including the parking tickets.
Total of, to get it impounded, I had to do a number of steps, pay tickets,
Just
registration.
a second. Give her this, please. All I want to know is how
sorry.
much she paid to get the car out of impound.
Your Honor.
I had this all ready.
She took my car that I'd been paying on for 4.5 years.
That's too bad.
No, but she took my car and left me carless.
Get a job, go to school, take 6 credits, and get a job full-time, and
Doesn't
then
work
you'll
like
have enough
that.
money
It
for a
does not
car.
work like that. You don't get financial aid after 6 credits. You can't
sorry,
support
I'm so
yourself.
nervous.
You either got to go in all the way, or
Tell
you
that
can't
to
go
Abraham
in.
Lincoln.
I think times were different back then.
No, people were different back then, Mr. Burns. Times were the same. People had to get up, they had to eat, they had to have a roof over their heads, they had to pay for some sort of fuel to heat their house. The only difference is people got soft.
70 cents, so 2,000.
70 cents?
Well, it was part of that, I'm sorry. So $2,229.70 is what I had to spend to get it out.
That's all I want to know.
Okay.
Your problem, however, with regard to part of your claim, Ms. Koza, is as follows. You want him to pay to have the car repaired so you can sell it.
May I interject for one moment? That was the total cost in order to get permission to then drive an hour and a half away to get it out. When I was once there, I had to pay an impound fee and police fee, which together, so this would be addition, is $519.
I don't understand. What's the $2,200 for?
That is for parking citations. There turned out to be
How
19. 19 of them. And
19.
that was
19. How much was that?
for 19 citations, it was $1,620. And the reason why I did decide to pay for all this stuff is because for 2 weeks I tried to get hold of Matthew Burns and he would not return my
You
phone
don't have
calls.
to tell me why.
Okay.
Actually, he's very busy being a full-time student.
No,
Now,
but
a
when
full-time student without a car.
when she picked up the car, she took the responsibilities of the car.
No, sir.
I've been taking care of that car for 4.5 years. I put $3,400 in it 3 months prior.
Sir, You didn't pay your parking tickets. You got parking tickets, $1,600 worth of parking tickets. You didn't pay them. You don't have to get a parking ticket. You just have to be irresponsible enough to park wherever you like and then take the tickets and throw them away. Now, if you didn't have any money, you would be more careful where you parked. You get one ticket and then you say, gee, this is a ticket. I'm going to pay this and I'm not going to get another one. But if you don't pay the tickets, then what difference does it make? What difference does it make?
Here
You
nor
can't
there.
register the
She
car.
picked up the car. She takes responsibility of the car.
Mr. Burns, she did not. That's what you're doing here, sir. She had to do what she had to do to A, protect her credit, and to B, since you were being totally irresponsible with her good name by not paying on her credit card, by not paying on the loan on the car, by getting $1,600 worth of tickets that you didn't pay, she had to do whatever she had to do to protect herself, which she did from your irresponsible behavior. Totally irresponsible. If you think that she's responsible for this money, she's not. You are. The only problem that she has is she wants you to pay. She says that the car needs a whole bunch of repairs before she can sell it. And that part of your claim, and that's the only part of your claim, Ms. Koza, that I'm going to dismiss without prejudice, because you can't do a presumptive strike. If you sell the car and there's a shortfall on what you get for the car and the loan, then you can sue him for the difference. If a bank repossesses the car and they have to paint it, put in a new whatever, they do whatever they have to do, they sell it, and if you still owe on the car, they come back to you.
Your Honor, I do have a recording of Matthew Burns saying that he will make payment on the repairs.
I don't care whether you have that recording or not. I'm just telling you what I'm doing. I'm not entertaining that. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $3,500. That's all.
It caused me a lot of stress and a lot of money that I didn't really have.
I wasn't taking responsibility. I wasn't taking accountability for my actions.
Back then, he was an honest, nice man who was a stand-up man, and the last year, he's, no offense to him, but has gone down the drain and careless and selfish.
In some aspects of my life, yeah, but in others, I've grown.
I just hope I can get done with this and move on with my life.
Ms. Adelby, this incident happened over a year ago. The incident that you're complaining about. The incident that you're complaining about allegedly happened in the state of Connecticut, where you and the defendant were neighbors of sorts.
Yes.
And it is your claim that her cat, in October of last year, bit you. You had certain medical bills that you incurred as a result of that. You want her to be responsible. Before I get into that, I'd like to know when you relocated to California.
I relocated end of June. I'm a travel nurse, so I move every 3 to 4 months. So I was here June 26th.
I don't know what you mean you're a traveler.
I'm a travel nurse, so I work for an agency and I go to different hospitals every 3 to 4 months, depending on the needs of the hospitals.
Okay. So you were in Connecticut from October to June?
No, I was in Connecticut from July to October.
July through October.
Then end of October, October 30th, I moved to New York City, and I was there.
Just a minute. And you were in New York City until when?
Till May, mid-May.
Now, New York City is much closer to Connecticut than is Los Angeles. So my first question for you would be, why did you choose to initiate this case when you moved to Los Angeles rather than for the time that you were in Connecticut and then close by in a state that touched the state where this happened, rather than waiting until you were thousands of miles away? Why did you choose to initiate this case when you moved to Los Angeles rather than for the time that you were in Connecticut?
I didn't receive the bill till late April of 2016, and I was already planning to move to LA.
But you didn't move until May.
Yes.
You received bills in April from whom?
From Norwalk Hospital. It's my emergency room bill of $3,013.30 right here.
Are you telling me that you have no insurance?
I do, but after insurance, this is what the cost was.
After insurance, there was a copay of over $3,000?
Yes.
How much was the whole bill?
It was a lot more than that. This breaks it down.
I'd like to see that, please. Wow. And you were there just for the afternoon at Norwalk Hospital?
I went there at night to
night.
go get my rabies shots.
Okay,
and then
but you
had
didn't
to-
stay over in the hospital. What an outrageous bill.
Yes.
What an outrageous bill. It is, isn't it?
It is, yeah. I was so shocked.
$9,000. And your insurance paid almost $6,000.
Yes.
We're going down the toilet as a country. Okay, and it is your claim that this visit to Norwalk Hospital and the resulting bill that you have, which is $3,000, is a result of Miss Grassi's black cat biting you.
Yes, I have a picture of it.
Now, Miss Grassi, I understand from reading the complaint, this happened on October 15th?
Yes.
October 15th.
October
Thank you
10th.
for helping me. It's happened on October 15th. You have a black cat, or you have two?
I have two black cats.
Now, on October 15th, I want you to tell me what happened.
It was October 10th, actually. And I was driving home from work. I was parking in my parking lot, and I noticed a black cat. And he approached me and was trying to follow me up to my apartment. I went upstairs and tried to open the two sets of doors, trying to go in real fast because he was trying to go in.
To your apartment?
Yes. He was trying to go in, and I didn't allow him to, and I was trying...
Tell me what you did.
I just tried to open the door real quick to avoid him and to go inside because there's two doors, and he was already there, and then he bit me on my left above my ankle right there.
Yeah, I see that.
And I screamed, and he ran the other way, and I just went inside as fast as I could.
And you called animal control, you called the police.
I originally went to urgent care, and I have a report from them.
Did you call animal control?
The urgent care did.
Urgent care?
Yeah. I have this, and they say that they called them.
And you described the cat?
Yes.
How far does the defendant live from you?
She lives across the street at the time. I also have the report from animal control.
Now, I'm going to look at that in a second. At some point, you were advised by a neighbor of yours that animal control was setting a trap for a black cat, right?
Yes, for a cat, yes.
Well, you say you were advised that animal control was setting a trap for a black cat.
Yes, a black cat, the cat that...
And your cats go in and out? Both of them or just one of them?
One.
The other one is strictly a house cat?
Very elderly and arthritic and doesn't move.
Okay, so the one that goes out is a black cat?
That's right.
Is that cat bitten before?
No.
May I see the animal control
Yes.
report?
And she had told me that her sister gets bitten by that cat whenever I first met her.
When did she tell you that her sister was bitten by that cat?
I think I met her around October 14th, 4 days after they located her and the cat. And I was like, oh, I got bit by your cat. And she was like, yeah, the cat roams around all the time, and he bit my sister. He bites my sister all the time.
What did you say to her when she said the cat bites my sister?
Well, I was shocked that a cat like that should be roaming around the street and biting around without our knowledge, and it doesn't even have a collar.
What's
So-
your sister's name?
Noreen.
Noreen live with you?
Yes, she does.
Just a second. That's my question. Does Noreen live with you?
Yes.
Does she work?
Yes.
Is she working today?
No.
Where is she today?
She's taking care of my cats and dogs.
How many cats do you have?
I have two.
How many dogs?
Two. They're all rescues.
When did you rescue this black cat? The one that bit her?
Yes, about 5 years ago. I'm not sure of the date.
When you were told about this, you did in fact pay for the rabies shot that the plaintiff got. Is that right?
I did.
Is that an arrangement that you made with animal control as well?
No. Animal control, as soon as I told animal control that my cat was up on his rabies shots and told him the name of the vet and told him to call the vet if he had any questions.
What date was that?
It was after the day that Lamia came to see me.
So
That
it was
must have
after
been
her-
the 14th or the 15th.
She had already been to the emergency room.
Yes.
She incurred this bill before she found out that your cat was up to date on her rabies.
Yes.
On its rabies shots.
Yes. But may I say something?
Sure.
Okay. She got the initial rabies shots, but there are 3 booster shots.
We're not even talking about the booster shots.
Okay.
We're talking about the $3,000 that she got as a bill from the emergency care that she went to before she knew that your cat was up to date on its rabies shots.
All right.
Do you understand?
I do.
That's a bill that, but for the fact that you let your cat out, she would not have incurred because she has to protect herself
I understand.
by following this procedure.
I understand.
You still have that cat?
Yes, I do. And the cat, the cat didn't bite my sister. He will take a nip, but blood is not drawn. All right. And he's never has bitten anybody else. He is a very friendly cat, and he's around people a great deal.
He shouldn't be outside.
But no one has ever complained about him. He's
still
very
let him
friendly.
out?
Oh, yes. Because he's not vicious. And people...
Well, he bit her.
I know he did, but people come up to me and tell me, people who lived in the same apartment house that she does, and they say, oh, your cat's so friendly. I just love him, and they have names for him, and they visit with him.
Miss Grasser, you owe her $3,000. Judgment for the plaintiff. We're done. Miss Strasser had a litter of, and I don't know how often she...
3 litters a year, Your Honor.
So you are a registered breeder of pug puppies?
I am with the AKC, yes.
AKC.
My litters are.
And you wanted a pug puppy. You purchased a pug puppy from her on what date?
March 12th, 2016.
You have a contract?
No.
Do you have a written contract?
No.
Did you have a contract?
No.
Other than
I give written instructions on how to follow up with medical care and what they've
But there
had.
was no contract?
No.
Okay. How much was the puppy?
$1,250.
Is this the first time you've had a dog?
Since I was a child, yes.
So this is the first time you've really
Yes.
had a dog. How old was the puppy when you brought the puppy home?
10 weeks.
Puppy had its first shot?
Yes, he had.
When was the next time you took the puppy to the vet?
I believe it was on March 18th.
And that was a wellness check. That's a
Yes.
smart thing to do.
Right.
And the vet found everything in order.
Right.
What's next?
5 months later, I emailed...
Don't tell me what you emailed. 5 months later, you took the dog to the vet.
Well, first I emailed Miss Strasser.
About what?
I wanted a female pug. Toby was a male.
Why did you want a female?
He needed a friend, and I considered breeding. I didn't really want to breed it myself. I emailed her later and asked her if she would be willing to breed Toby and give me a female pug. Because I paid a lot of money for Toby, and I didn't really want to pay that much again. So, like as a stud fee, use Toby as a stud, and in payment for my stud fee, give me a puppy.
And she said?
She didn't answer me.
Okay, so what's next?
Then Toby ate a Reese's Peanut Butter Cup, and I was worried.
Just a second. He ate chocolate.
Yes.
And you were concerned, so you took him to the vet.
Yes.
Is that the same vet that you took him to on March 18th?
Yes.
Same vet. Yes.
And they kept him overnight for observation.
Because somebody had given him, let him eat?
He got on, I had a candy bowl on the table, and he got on the table.
Okay. So they kept him overnight, and?
And I picked him up, and they said, you know, he is cryptorchid. And I said, I don't know what that is. So they informed me that one of his testicles was...
I'm letting you tell me this story, even though it's hearsay, because I assume someplace it's in the medical record.
Yes.
So they said to you that he has one testicle, or he has one testicle that had not come down yet?
One that had not come
down yet. I know. I've had lots of dogs. So?
So they said I would have to have him neutered. I could not breed him.
Well, they said to you it's a wise idea because those things can become infected, and the dog should have been neutered from the beginning. You should have had the dog neutered 5 months before.
Well, he was only 10 weeks old 5 months before.
When you got him, he was 10 weeks old?
Yes.
At what age can you have a puppy neutered?
They say at 4 to 5 months.
Okay, so you were a little late in the neutering process for him anyway.
Well, I wanted to breed him.
Well, that's ridiculous. This is the first time you've had a dog since you were a child. All of a sudden you want to become a dog breeder?
No, I didn't want to be a dog breeder.
Okay.
I wanted to breed the dog so I could get a female dog.
For what?
Miss Strasser told me that...
For what?
Miss Strasser,
What
I
did
asked
you
Miss
want a
Strasser,
female? Just a second. For what? I'm just trying to figure out. For what did you want a female dog? If you wanted company, you could get another male dog.
Miss Strasser, in our emails back and forth, she said girl pugs get along better with boy pugs. I didn't know what I wanted. I said I want another pug.
Okay. In any event, this is what your case is about. You think that she should give you back half your money, or all your money, or more than all your money. You paid $1,250. You're suing for $1,625 because you say, in addition to anything else, you want a partial refund for the dog and plus punitive damages for filing a false restraining order against you.
Correct.
So now you take the puppy to the vet and you have the puppy neutered, right? And at this time it's surgery, a little bit older. Puppy is about 8 months old now.
It's September 16th, so.
About 8 months. Puppy was 10 weeks old. This is 5 months later, so it's about 8 months old. You have the puppy neutered, and?
So
And you called her and said, I want part of my money back. Okay, and she said, I'm not giving you your money back.
She texted me and
she said, I'm not giving you your money back.
She texted me and said she would give me my money back.
Oh, she would?
Yes.
And then she didn't?
She would give me half my money back, and then she said to bring the dog back to her.
Just a second. She said, let me see the text. Do you have the texts?
Yes, I do.
I'd like to see both your versions.
I offered her a full refund. She refused 4 times.
A full refund if she brought the puppy
yes,
back?
Yes, full refund, and then
Just a second. A full refund and bring the puppy back?
Bring the puppy back.
Right.
And because she claimed that she wanted a breeder.
Just a second. I just want to see your email where you offered her a full refund and said, I'll bring the puppy back. Bert, I'm going to take a look at hers while you're waiting there, please. Thank you. Why did you contact the Attorney General?
The AKC website, I called them, and they recommended that I file a
That's
complaint.
ridiculous.
They wouldn't do that.
There's no way. Show me in writing where the AKC told you to contact the Attorney General.
Consumer Complaints, the Attorney General. I talked to a woman on the phone. I called the AKC twice.
Okay. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. You don't want to return the puppy. You don't want to return the puppy. I mean, I've read the emails. You love the puppy. Your son loves the puppy.
Yes.
What are you doing here? Do you have nothing else in your life? You
No,
have a puppy that you love. You have a nice son. The puppy should have been neutered because you don't know anything about dog breeding. You have the dog neutered. They said, you know what, one of the testicles did not come down. I've had it with 2 male dogs. It makes the neutering process a little more painful for the dog because usually it's an easy process. Am I correct?
Yes.
See, and I'm a lawyer and I know that because I know it from experience. I never sued anybody because they sold me a dog and they were, believe me, it's expensive as this
but
one.
I paid $1,250 for breeding rights.
Show me. And if she was willing to give you back your money, which I have here, but she said, I'm giving you back your money, bring me back the dog. What am I not following with that?
She wanted the dog back.
That's absolutely right. She said, I will give you a full refund on the dog, just bring the dog back. And then you can go and buy another dog from another breeder that you're happier with. But so what you wanted was you wanted money back and the dog.
Yes.
Yeah. Nuts. And you called the Attorney General. Okay, so she got annoyed twice. Now, in addition to calling the Attorney General, you say she filed a false restraining order against you. So, Ms. Kaiser, you don't get any money.
Okay.
Unless you want to return the pug to Ms. Strasser.
No, I just...
Okay, fine, because she offered you that. And I will make that offer good to you today.
But she offered me $625.
Just a second. You can have all your money back and you give her back Toby.
Okay.
What's your pleasure?
I'll keep the dog.
Great. That's what you should have done in the beginning, not cut yourself all your panties in a twist. Why did you file a restraining order against her, Ms. Strasser?
Because after she kept filing more and more papers with the Attorney General, and I had to respond to all of this, and it was driving me crazy. Plus, I had people coming to my property claiming they were lost.
No, just a second. Is what you're telling me you filed a restraining order because she was filing complaints?
No, not necessarily. It was mostly the people coming on my property, and she was there once. And
I'm not believing that, Ms. Strasser.
I did not take pictures. I
don't.
That.
People coming onto your property, strangers coming.
I live in a very rural area. It's not likely they're lost.
Ms. Strasser, listen to me. There's a word called Strasser. It has nothing to do with Strasser. It's a Yiddish term for you giving somebody the business. You're Strassering them. And I'm telling you exactly what you did. You were annoyed that she was filing reports with the Attorney General. You said, I'm going to get her. I'm going to file for a restraining order. She's going to have to now travel. That's what you did. Because that's abusing the court. That's a no-no.
She was the only one that I had any problem with. I've had numerous puppies.
You're absolutely right. Her reaction was nutty.
It wasn't her reaction. It was the people coming on my property, and I didn't understand it. It was the only person that could have possibly had a complaint.
Listen, that's a giant leap, and you know it. And that's why they threw out your restraining order application, right?
I didn't have pictures.
No, they threw it out because you had no case. And the reason you had no case is because you filed it because she was driving you crazy with filing complaints with the Attorney General that you had to respond to. And you said, okay, 2 can play at this game. I'm telling you, I know what happened. It was the wrong thing to do. I also think it was the wrong thing to do to contact the Attorney General's office.
But the AKC website, honestly,
Listen,
I wouldn't know
so
who
the
contacted
AKC
you.
is not like the Wizard of Oz. It's not like a giant thing that has a voice.
I realize that.
You know, behind a machine.
I realize
and if
that.
you have a document for me to look at that says that some person, some human being at the AKC, when you told them this story, that the breeder offered you your money back, you declined because she also wanted the dog back. And they said, call the Attorney General.
The lady.
You tell me that.
I don't have proof.
But you don't have proof that they said, because nobody would say that to you. They said, well, the breeder said,
Yes,
even after
yes, they
all
did.
this time, she'll give you your money back. You're not happy? Give you your money back. Go buy another pug. She'll take the pug back. She's got, according to her, 9 pugs in the house. She'll take this one back and have 10. You don't want to do that. The Attorney General, you're ridiculous. Your case is dismissed. So's your counterclaim. We're done. You bought a car from the defendant.
Yes, ma'am.
The purchase price of the car was $1,500.
Yes, ma'am.
You gave him $700.
I gave him 43 hours labor at $11 an hour.
You gave him money.
Yes, ma'am.
How much money?
$300 cash.
And then you bartered for some.
Yes, ma'am.
Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And how much did he barter for?
$445.
$445. So that's $745 so far that you gave him towards the $1,500 purchase price.
Yes, ma'am.
And you knew him from before.
Yes, ma'am.
And you made this deal 7 or 8 months ago. On what date?
I don't remember the exact date, ma'am.
Month.
June 10th.
Now, the deal became a little more complicated because the car that he sold you, he had already sold to his nephew.
Yes, ma'am.
And I assume that there's only one other person in the room who's not a party. That would be the nephew.
Yes, ma'am.
And you had already sold the car to the nephew for how much?
$1,500.
Nephew.
Yes, ma'am.
How much money did you pay your uncle for the car?
$1,098.
Okay, sit. And you were supposed to pay him out the rest, but then you went to jail and it all got screwed up. Anyway, so far, I want to get this straight. You've got $1,098 from your nephew and $745 from the plaintiff.
Yes.
Because in June of last year, you said to the plaintiff, I'll sell you this 1998 Lincoln Town car because my nephew went to jail and he hasn't finished paying for it, but you have to go repossess it.
Yes, ma'am.
No.
So you went and got the car.
Yes, ma'am.
You still have the car.
Yeah, I do currently, yes.
By the way, who holds the title to the car?
I do.
So it's your car.
Yes, ma'am.
Then he sort of found out that he really shouldn't have taken it from his nephew. He says, you didn't finish paying for the car, which you agree you did not finish
Yes,
paying
ma'am,
for
I
the
did
car.
not.
And we're now 9 months later that you've been driving the car.
Yes, ma'am.
Right? 9 months. For which you have paid so far $745, plus you made one other payment.
Yes, ma'am.
When?
December.
You gave him $25.
Yeah, I got they're right there. He sent me a new receipt.
You gave him $25. So $745 plus $25 is $770.
Yes, ma'am.
So now you have $1,098 from nephew, $770 from him.
Yes.
In total, $1,868 is what you have so far for this car.
Yes, ma'am.
Plus, you still have the title for the car. Am I getting it right? You got so far.
There's some missing parts.
You've got so far, no, the simple story, and I'm a very simple girl. The simple story is you have a car that you sold to your nephew for $1,500. You also sold it to the plaintiff for $1,500. But you collected from the two of them $1,868, which is $368 more than you would have gotten from either one of them if it was a clean sale. So far, are we on the same page?
Yes, ma'am.
Great. Now, so let me deal with your counterclaim, which a counterclaim, as my grandmother would say, never counterclaim he's got. A counterclaim for $5,000. He's got a counterclaim, Mr. Martin, for $5,000, money owed for car damage, lost wages, travel expenses, and the return of the car. Are you out of your mind?
No, ma'am.
Now I'm going to tell you why you're out of your mind. Could you tell me what the Kelly Blue Book is for this 20-year-old car?
$825.
$825. So, sir, you are the only person who is now seeking $7,000 for an $800 car. Do you understand how stupid that sounds?
Yes, my countersuit was based on his suit against me saying the car is valued at $2,200.
Car is worth $800, and your countersuit was based on his lawsuit. So let me explain this to you, sir. You're not getting a penny. You've already got $1,868 from these two people in the what is, a little Ponzi scheme. You sell the car to one, then you can go repossess it. You sell it to somebody else, go repossess it from him. You did try to take the car back from him, didn't you?
Well,
that's either a yes or a no. Go get it. I have it. Now, you, on the other hand, didn't finish paying for the car.
No, ma'am.
So you want to explain to me how you owe him? I mean, that was your deal. That was your contract with him, yes, $1,500, which you didn't pay. And there's still a balance due. Let me do this on this new calculator that they put here, because believe it or not, somebody stole the calculator off my desk. So now I have to learn to work a whole new calculator, which is not easy for me. So I'm putting it on. $1,500, here's the minus sign, $770 equals $730. So you still owe him $730?
Yes, ma'am, I do.
Well, then what are you suing him for $5,000 for?
Because in December 18th, I found out a couple days before from Cater's dad that he actually had gotten a title from Bobby and wanted the car picked up. Cater did.
Bottom line is, he paid more for the car than you did.
Yes, ma'am. I understand that. And when he came to my house...
Just a second. So, did your uncle give you back the money?
No, ma'am.
Why not?
The car dealership won't give me my money back if they repo my car.
Now, listen to me. He's your nephew. You sold it to him. Let me ask you this question, sir. You sold the car for $1,500. $1,500 is all you're entitled to for the car. But you have to return your nephew's money. If I say to the plaintiff, not only am I not giving you $5,000, but you have to give him the remainder of what you owe him, and I'm going to have him sign the title over to you, so then you have the title and the car. That's what you bargained for. Then he's going to sue you, and I'm going to give him money. Do you understand?
No, ma'am, I don't.
Do you understand?
I do.
Well, if you don't understand, sir, I'm going to make it very simple for you. Take out the title.
The original
Take out the title. I'm going to make it simple
deal
for you.
on the car.
I'm going to make it simple for you. In whose name is the title?
Cater Martin.
Get up. Sign the title over to the plaintiff. Now, sir, you are out $1,098 that I think you ought to get by suing your uncle. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Are you going to do that? Why?
Because I think my uncle was in the right for what he did.
No, he's not in the right anymore.
Well, I'm the owner on the title. Since he is the lien holder, he has the right. Since he did not make...
Listen to me. He's going to pay him. Listen to me. He's going to pay him. Sign it. Is the defendant a lien holder, Bird, on that title?
Robert Sam Martin?
Yes.
Yep.
By you?
Yes.
Great. Fabulous. Now, here is the title to your car. On your counterclaim, instead of dismissing the entire counterclaim, which I would ordinarily do, he owes you $730. I'm awarding you $730, which means that you are now double whole. You have the $1,500 from the plaintiff that he agreed to pay you for the car. Your nephew, if he's smart, is going to sue you if you don't give him the $1,098 for the car, because, in effect, you got paid for this car twice. He bought a car, which he no longer wants. I don't care.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
I don't care if it blew up. I don't care if it stopped running.
Still runs the drive.
It still runs fine, and you should have paid for the car. No excuses. It's
I had
done.
some income tax to pay it, though.
I don't care.
That was the deal.
Listen to me. That's not his problem.
Nope.
If you bought a car from Buick or Chrysler or Ford and you said, you know what, my income tax return wasn't as much as I thought it was going to be, so I can't pay you for the car, they would take your car.
Yeah. Yes.
I want you to think of him that way. Now, file a lawsuit. I'd be delighted to hear it. Got your car.
Yep.
It's yours. Title, register it, and you got your money.
I don't see how he gets to get the car whenever he didn't fulfill his contract on the payments. And like, if I went to a car dealership and I bought a car,
That's why you're in court. Listen to me.
yeah.
Listen.
But if it's a car dealer's eyes,
Ears. That's why we're in court, to try to resolve this issue. And I've just resolved it. He's had the car for 9 months. He should have paid for it.
and he stole the car from
Just
my
as
girlfriend.
he should have paid for it.
stole
Now
it.
he paid for it. That has nothing to do with you. Your lawsuit is against your uncle. Your uncle told him to repossess the car from you.
He stole
Do
the
you
car from my
understand?
girlfriend.
Do you understand what? Do you understand that your uncle told him that you hadn't made payments to go and get the car and he would sell
Okay.
it to him? I just want you to say I understand that that's
I
what
understand.
happened. That's
on
all
the
I
same
care about.
concept, me going December 25th with the laws to get the car. And the laws told me straight up I could not take the car from him unless I went down and got the title put in my name, which I was going to do that Monday, which they texted me that Monday and said that they was filing a lawsuit on us. So there was no point in me going down and having the title, him taken off the lien holder
Listen
and
to
my
me.
name put on the title because I
Your
could have went and took the
problem-
car.
Shh, I want you to. It has nothing to do with you.
How not? I'm on the title. I'm the owner. of the
Not
car.
anymore. Not
I'd
anymore.
like to get it.
Your uncle sold it to him. That's all. We're done here. Goodbye. Mr. Copeland, the defendant is your former wife. You have 2 children, and according to what I read, you were divorced in 2006. How old are your children now?
My oldest one, Robert's 17, and Xavier's 14.
And when you divorced, Robert lived with you?
No, he was living with the grandmother. I was incarcerated.
When did Robert come to live with you?
December 2011.
And your other son?
Xavier, he moved in with me of May of last year.
Prior to that, was he living with his mother?
Yeah.
And in your divorce, was there any mention of child support?
No.
Were you incarcerated at the time of the divorce?
Yes.
Okay, so you divorced him while he was incarcerated.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And what was the date of your release?
July of 2007.
Haven't been back.
Nope.
Good for you. Okay, this is what the case is about. I assume that neither one of you has, over the course of the last 10 years, paid child support to the other. Is that correct?
No.
Have you paid child support to her? No.
No.
And you have not paid child support to him?
No.
Each of you had one child living with you, and that sounded like a reasonable thing to do. You took care of your son's expenses, of Xavier's expenses, and you took care of Robert's expenses. Reasonable. But last year, Xavier decided he wanted to live with you. And they're both in high school. This is what the case is about, and have many extracurricular activities. And Xavier had some dental expenses.
Robert did.
Robert had some dental expenses. And according to you, your former wife agreed to split those expenses with you, because now you have both boys living with you. And that's what you're suing for, half of those expenses, which are a little over $2,000. I'm going to start with you, Mrs. Copeland. How do you support yourself?
I just got laid off. I was working at Save Mart. I was a clerical worker. I was there for 3 years, but they just closed that company down, so I am unemployed right now.
As of what date?
August 18th.
You receive unemployment insurance?
I have not received it yet, so I'm waiting. But I will be getting it, and they said I will be getting like $3.99 a week, but I have not received it at all.
Who do you
yet.
live with?
I live by myself.
What's your rent?
My rent is $700 a month.
How'd you manage to pay your rent in September?
Well, I'm not gonna have my apartment anymore, so I gave a 60-day notice, so because I'm not gonna be able to pay it.
Where are you moving?
That I don't know yet.
You have an idea.
I think I'm probably gonna share, rent a room from somebody because I do not have the money. I'm gonna go back to school, so they're gonna pay. EDD is gonna pay for me to go to school. So.
Have you tried to find another job?
Well,
since August.
I'm going to go to school. The EDD is offering, since it was such a major layoff, they're offering to pay for us to go to school. So I want to go to learn how to take blood to be a phlebotomist. That's what I'm going to go into.
And how are you going to support yourself while you do that?
I'll get unemployment while I'm going to school. And the class that I want to take to be a phlebotomist is not very long. It's like a 4-month class before I could get my certificate. So that's what I plan on doing.
Did you discuss that with your former husband?
We really don't talk much.
Do you see both Xavier and
Yeah, I'm supposed to get them on the second and fourth weekend of the month. Although usually when it's my time to see Robert. Since he's 17, he has a job, he has a girlfriend. He usually has things to do, and so he doesn't come much.
And Xavier?
Xavier comes, he comes.
When did you have this conversation with Mrs. Copeland about sharing expenses? What month?
May of last year, when Xavier moved in with me.
So he was with you September of 2015, October of 2015,
all during the summer.
November, December, the entire 2015, and part of 2016. So you did have expenses. Tell me when you first asked Mrs. Copeland to pay any of those expenses.
As soon as they started arising.
Well, let me see. Do you have anything in writing?
It's all labeled, and the pages aren't behind it. It's all the receipts.
No, I'm not looking for the receipts. I'm asking you when, Mr. Copeland, you first said to her, because then she was working in 2015, when you first said to her, I need to pay some of these expenses.
June 3rd, that's when she made the first payment. So that's basically when she's...
Your Honor, if I may approach the bench.
Just a second.
Okay.
See at the very bottom, those are when she made the payments. She was paying, had a good communication. She was paying regularly, coming $20 here, $100 here, and then just stopped. Everything just stopped.
When did it stop?
That last payment, August 9th.
August of this year?
Yeah.
When she lost her job?
No, she was still working.
And she's currently working.
She's currently working right now.
Where?
Can I sit more evidence right here?
Absolutely.
These are the screenshots where she's working. These are the ads she's working. And here's the screenshots just going up. So she's working. A lot of the days she's supposed to pick up the boys, those are the dates she's, just scroll up. Those are all the days she's been doing it. And that's how she's been supporting herself, I believe.
Could be. Would you return this? This is what I'm going to suggest that you do, Mr. Copeland. You see, what you're doing is you're coming to me, you and your former wife made an agreement instead of going to family court and saying, well, we each don't have a child living with us anymore. What we have is we have me taking care of both boys. So I need a formal order, or we can work it out. If you went to family court and got a formal order, if she was working, and she was working then, she would have had to have paid a certain amount of money to you for the support of both children. Do you understand?
Yeah.
You chose to deal with this in another way, independently, which is fine. And she was paying you bits of money, 20 here, 40 here, 100 here. But at this point, she's coming in and she's saying to me, I have no regular source of income. And if you were in family court, she would be making a request for the family court order of support to be suspended while she's unemployed, or take a certain amount of money from her unemployment insurance every week, which you would be entitled to. What kind of work do you do?
Maintenance worker? No.
You work for the same company? Explain that to me.
Prior to the beginning of the year, I was working the refineries. That's like a contractor job, off and on. So I got hired on as a maintenance worker at a bottling plant. So I full time.
And you're remarried?
Yeah.
This is your wife? She works?
Yep.
You have any other children other than these two boys?
Yep.
How old are they?
7, 9, and 10.
And the 7, 10, and 9-year-olds are your biological
Just
children?
the youngest one.
Just the 7-year-old?
Yeah.
And the 9 and 10-year-old are yours from previous marriage, but you work?
Yes, I do work.
So it's very nice that you want to go to school, and I think it's probably a very wise idea. But you will be collecting unemployment, and this is the path that you chose. You have to pay him money out of your unemployment insurance every week. Well, how much do you intend to pay him?
I have no problem giving anything. Like, he's going after me for child support. I have to go to court on November. I just received that in the mail, too. So I'll be going to child support court on November 16th, I believe. I'm going to child support. Oh, yeah, 15th of November.
That will be taken care of? Yes.
I'm on a divorce. They said the child support was to be reserved. The child support I'm going after for November this is from stuff from behind us. The child support is a whole different thing.
No, it isn't.
No?
No.
Okay.
No, it isn't. If she was paying you consistently until she lost her job, which your memo, which you prepared for this case, seems to indicate, and she was in fact contributing something until her circumstance changed, and that was well over a year, right? You're going to have to go to court and get an order of support. And you can ask the court to make it retroactive to a date in August.
Okay.
And they will fix what they deem to be a reasonable order retroactively. But I'm not getting involved with, I just bought Xavier a jacket and your portion of the jacket is $25. I mean, you did the right thing by taking her to court. She should be paying child support. Your wife has children, she works, she contributes to their support. Well, so did she.
Can I approach the bench?
Sure. No, don't approach the bench. You can stand there.
Okay, thank you.
No, there.
Okay, so the reason that we had started to document this and the reason that we are coming here today is because the payments were never consistent. Just to give you an example, Robert had his braces that were coming up. The down payment was $500. I had given her a 6-month period to make that payment, which we had never received a payment towards that in 6 months.
So why didn't you go back to court then?
Because there was never a court order.
But that's what you're doing now.
Yeah, so that's what happened. So the verbal agreement was working very well for us. We were having a very good open communication. We were receiving payments, okay? That is correct. 8 months ago, we noticed that there had been a decline in her behavior. We were doing things as a family prior to that. It came abruptly to a stop. Her behavior changed 8 months ago. 4 months ago, it was complete stop of making the payments and the communication. That's why we're here today, is because we are now dealing with financial responsibility of the braces, which was...
Is what you're really talking about the braces? Because I'm telling you, I'm not getting involved in a jacket.
The braces, yes.
Fine. Then let's talk about the braces.
Okay.
Who were the braces for?
Robert.
Now, Robert was initially your responsibility.
Yeah.
He's lived with you. When did you have the discussion with your former wife about the braces for Robert?
January.
January of this year. How much were the braces?
Braces.
Mrs. Copeland, how much were the braces?
I believe they were like 2,000 and something, which I have medical. I have Kaiser for the next 3 months. Even though I got laid off, I still have medical. And my Kaiser paid for some of those braces.
Just a second.
But I think it's like 2,000, something
Just
like
a second.
that.
Were the braces $2,000?
$5,800.
I'd like to see it.
That's the additional cost.
Now, you had a discussion with her in January. Is that correct?
Yes.
Did any of her insurance cover any portion of the braces?
Yes, it did.
How much?
$1,200. It's right down the paper.
I have insurance as well that covers them.
So it was a double insurance.
Yes.
Okay. So your out-of-pocket expenses were half of this $5,800.
Yes.
Did you make any payments whatsoever other than insurance?
I believe that I did come and bring Gary some money for the braces. I don't know if it was like when I made like the $100 and something payment, but it was something towards. I know I got it. They were like it was supposed to be 67 something a month. I was supposed to give them, and I did go and take Gary a payment.
Okay. Let us say that she owes half of what the balance was, which was $2,400 after insurance, which would bring her portion down to $1,200. Did she make any payments towards the $1,200?
The one payment.
For?
$68 she gave me.
And that's what you remember?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Your child support obligations are going to be fixed by a court in November. I certainly hope that the court sets an amount that's reasonable, but it should be consistent because they should be able to rely on you contributing to the support of your minor children, no different from if you were a guy who decided to go back to school. Going back to school is very nice, but you have children and you have a responsibility to them. I think that you did acknowledge that you agreed to pay for half of the unreimbursed dental costs for your son, because that's evidenced by the fact that you said, I did make a payment, right? Your portion was $1,200. If you made a $67 payment, the balance is $1,133, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Judgment for the plaintiff. They're done.
I believe that she made the right decision.
I'm happy with the decision.
I just think they're kind of money hungry right now.
For the kids, I go without and she don't.
When my kids turn 18, I don't have to deal with him anymore.
I'm happy with that.
Really choose who you have your kids with, because you have to deal with them for the rest of your life.
Do what's right for the kids and don't worry about the eggs.
Each of you tells a different story about an event that occurred a couple of years ago where you allege, Mr. Shuey, that you were injured by the defendant, who you say punched you.
Yes, Your Honor.
This is what I'm visualizing from the story, and then I'm going to let you pick it up. You were going to a restaurant.
Yes, Your Honor.
What kind of restaurant?
It was a breakfast brunch cafe.
Where? In what city?
In San Mateo, California.
Who were you there with?
My father, my brother, my mother, my aunt, and my uncle.
How many people were you?
6 people total, including me.
And the restaurant was busy.
Yes.
So according to what I read, you were waiting outside.
Yes, that's correct.
Were there other people also waiting outside for a table?
Yes, about 15 to 20 people.
What time of the day was it?
It was around noontime.
And what day of the week?
It was Sunday.
You remember the date?
It was the 20th of December, 2015.
And you decided that you had to use the restroom.
Yes, that's correct.
So you were going into the restaurant.
Correct.
Mr. Pogue and his family had been having brunch and were finished. Is that right, sir?
Yes, ma'am, that's correct.
And who were you with?
I was with my wife and our two sons, Isaiah and Alan.
How old are they?
They are 8 and 9 years old.
And you got up to leave, you paid your bill, and according to what I read, pretty consistent on both sides, you were holding the door open for your wife.
That's correct,
So
Your
that
Honor.
she and the children could leave.
Right.
And the appropriate thing is for you to wait until he's not holding the door for you. He's holding the door for his wife, to wait until his wife and children leave, then take the door from him and go in, right? That's not what you did. What you did was scoot past them to go into the restaurant. Not a tragedy, rude.
Sure.
And that's what he said to you.
Correct.
He said, according to you, that was rude. Is that what he said?
Yes, Your Honor.
And what did you say?
I said, I'm not rude, you're rude.
Well, so then you were wrong, because I'm telling you, you were rude.
Your Honor, he was taking a long time. When he opened the door, his wife was nowhere near the door. And because he was taking a prolonged period of time, I decided to squeeze in first.
You were rude.
Maybe so.
Right. And he called you out on it. He said you were rude. Even if you think that his wife was taking too long, you were still wrong because he wasn't rude. You think him telling you that you were rude was why he was rude?
Yes, I felt like the tone, the voice that he said that in.
You didn't like his tone?
No.
Did you grow up in California?
Yes.
They talk an awful lot about tones and feelings here in California.
Sure do.
Feelings are hurt like that. You grow up in Brooklyn, you're not so interested in your feelings. You're interested in getting across the street.
Sure.
So you didn't like his tone. So his tone you thought was rude. Now I think I have created the word picture for people out there. You're rude. No, you're rude. Pick it up from there.
Yes, Your Honor. After that, he left the restaurant. I went to the bathroom as I had planned to do, and I washed my hands. I used the toilet, and then I headed back out to.
In that order?
No, not in that order, Your Honor. Toilet first, then the sink, and then I left.
I'm just curious. I mean, it wouldn't be terrible, but I.
And then I went to go meet my family, who was outside. And as I was leaving the restaurant, right as I approached the front door, I saw Mr. Pogue come into the restaurant with a different outfit than I had first seen him in. And he said, "Hey, do you want to fight me? You want to challenge, tough guy?"
No.
And then I told him to back up because he was trying to get in my face. You know, he was.
Okay, and this conversation is taking place in the restaurant, outside the restaurant?
It was immediately inside the restaurant, right inside the doorway.
Is there a vestibule?
No.
So it's right at the door, but you're inside the restaurant. Okay, is the door open or closed?
Closed.
Keep going.
And then I told Mr. Pogue to back up. I said, "Hey, back up, back up, don't touch me," because he was getting really close to me.
So he got very close to you.
Yes.
And
I asked him to back up.
You told me that already.
Yes.
And
he did back up, and he turned around to leave the restaurant. And right as he stepped foot outside the restaurant, I had also stepped foot outside the restaurant, and the door closed behind us. And then Mr. Pogue suddenly turned around, and he said, "Hey, tough guy." And then he hit me in the mouth with a closed fist.
Okay. So when you said, "Hey, get away from me," who exited the restaurant first?
Mr. Pogue did.
Okay. And you were going outside to see your family.
Correct.
Now you have a nut whose family is gone. He went to the car, changed his outfit.
Correct.
To come back into the restaurant, you think, to look for you.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And now you're both standing at the door, and you say he's in your face, but his back is to the door, right? And he was moving closer to you because you say he was in your face.
Correct.
And you say to him, so now you see this nut is sort of confronting you, Mr. Shu, and you say, get away from me, you know, you're in my face, you're in my space. So Mr. Pogue has to turn around, so now he's facing the door, and he goes out the door.
Correct.
An intelligent young man would say, you know what, I'm going to stay in here for a minute and let him leave. That's what an intelligent young man would do. Would say, well, because I haven't started with him yet. I have somebody who's aggressive, who clearly came back looking for trouble. It appears that I have averted trouble because he's leaving. I don't think I'm going to go right back to join my family. The table wasn't ready. They weren't giving it to somebody else.
Right.
So what did you go outside for?
I didn't think that there would be further
You didn't
aggression.
think?
No.
You weren't thinking all morning. You weren't thinking. You weren't thinking when you scooted in, when he was holding the door. You weren't thinking when this nut job who went to his car, changed his clothes, came back looking for a fight. You said, you want to fight me? And he said, nah, I'm leaving. And he turns around and leaves, and you follow him right outside.
Well, Your Honor, the entire confrontation happened so quickly, I didn't have time to think.
Okay. And he punched you?
Yes.
In the face?
Yes.
And this case dragged on in the criminal court for 2 years. And were there ever any charges filed?
Yes, 2 misdemeanor charges are filed, but they were dismissed due to lack of evidence.
They were dismissed. Okay, and that's why you're here now 2 years later, because you want some financial compensation for being hit.
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Pogue, you want to tell me your version of the events?
Absolutely, I do, Your Honor.
So
the initial contact.
The initial contact we understand.
Right.
You're holding the door for your wife.
Right.
Mr. I can't wait to go to the bathroom.
Right. He walks
Scoots
through my
in.
wife. He actually physically walks through her. It's not
Well,
like
he didn't
she
walk
was.
through her.
He did.
He can't walk through your wife. She's not an invisible person. He can't
Well,
walk through your wife.
in terms
but he
of
walked
physically,
around her.
in her space. He actually
I
touched her.
got
Okay.
exactly what he did.
Okay.
I got to say, he was being stupid. It usually requires nothing more than a look. When somebody does that to me, if I'm holding the door
Right.
for one of my grandchildren and
Right.
some idiot scoots in and doesn't let that child go, I
Right.
look at him like this. Idiot.
Yeah. Well, I said it in terms of you're rude, and he got
That was
close enough to
actually
my
nicer
face.
than I would have done.
It wasn't. He was aggressive. He got in my face close enough to spit in my face and tell me that I'm rude. Okay.
Okay.
So
No,
at this point,
when he said, no, you're rude.
exactly.
I got exactly
Right.
I got exactly what happened.
With the spit and
I got
the
exactly
physical.
what happened.
Okay, so I get my family to the car. I put on a jacket and I walk back in the restaurant.
There we go, Mr. Pogue. Now that's your problem.
That is a problem, only to confront him about not physically, to tell him, to reiterate with him that he was rude for what he did.
Mr. Pogue, unnecessary. You agree?
I agree.
And let me tell you who else told you it was unnecessary. She did, because you go to the car, you put her in the car with your 2 children. Did you tell him, forget it, let it go? No. That's what I'm asking you. That's either a yes or a no. Did you tell him, forget it, let it go?
Yes.
Stand up for 1 minute. I'm not trying to put you in difficult circumstance. Were you annoyed that he left you and the boys in the car while he went back to confront this guy?
Well, you know, the problem is that the car was right there, like 5 steps
to get
off, you know, from the door. So it was really fast. He just went there, opened the door for me again in the car, and then he went back in.
How could somebody so polite? You know, I've been married for 40 years. I've been opening car doors for myself for 40 years. You have somebody who holds the door open for you?
He's a good husband.
Right?
Yes.
And opens the car door for you?
Yes.
So from where you were sitting in the car, you could see what was going on?
Well, you know...
That's either a yes or a no.
To tell you the truth, no.
Good. That's all. I know. I want you to lie to me. Now, you put on a jacket to go and confront him.
Not to confront him, Your Honor, to tell him that he was to reiterate that he was rude again.
I think that the word you used before was to confront him, to reiterate that he was rude.
Right. Confront doesn't always mean physically.
I didn't say it was physical.
Okay.
Keep going.
So
Yeah.
I walked in the restaurant. The young man was standing inside the door, obviously waiting for his table. He was not walking out the door. I walked up to him. I told him he was rude again. Again, he approached me in my face, backed me out the door. I told him to take his hands off me. He's
Just a
close
second.
enough.
When he backed you out the door,
Right
Where were his hands?
on my body,
Where on your body?
on my torso. He's leaning over me. This kid stands 6'3". He's leaning over me. He backed me up 10, 15 feet out the door. Told him again to take his hands off me. At that point, he didn't. He kept coming forward.
Okay.
I did not punch him. I struck him with a forearm. That's how
Whether you
close
punched
he was
him or
to
not,
me.
if he put his hands on you first, then he deserved whatever he got. Do you understand?
Yes, of course.
Did you put your hands on him is my question.
Absolutely not.
I'd like to see the police report.
Sure. Here's the police report.
Okay. Did you have a medical bill, Mr. Shue?
Yes, Your Honor.
I'd like to take a look at it.
Sure. Your Honor, if I could explain the bill. As a result of the attack and the punch to my face, I was wearing braces at the time. And
I know the police officer noticed a small scratch inside your cheek.
actually, I have photos that show the laceration, and the laceration was
I'd like to see it.
not what I would describe as small.
I suppose that depends upon whether it's happened to you or somebody else.
Sure.
This is your problem, Mr. Pogue. Your problem is it was all over. I read the police report. Have you read it?
I have not had a chance to read it. They
Well,
wouldn't
I'd
allow
like
me
you to
have
read it. There was a person who was there, who was a witness, who was interviewed by the police. Because when the police came, of course, your story was that he put his hands on you first. He may have gotten the short end of the stick after a confrontation, but he placed his hands on you first. My problem with your behavior, Mr. Pogue, is that you shouldn't have gone back into the restaurant. And not only shouldn't you have gone back into the restaurant, but you went back into the restaurant after changing your clothes, putting on a jacket and a beanie, had a jacket, beanie, and a toothpick.
Your
right?
Honor, it was December. It was 30 degrees outside.
Your wife just told me that the car was 5 feet away from the restaurant. That's what she just told me. So you didn't have to get all warmed up to go inside 5 feet. You actually walked into the restaurant. It didn't change that much in temperature. If anything, it usually gets warmer during the day. So when you went into the restaurant, it was colder. You went into the restaurant without a jacket. When you went back and dropped your wife off, what you want me to believe is the world stopped turning on the axis the way it usually does. It got colder after brunch. Now, you're a grown man, Mr. Pogue. If somebody calls you rude and you think that they're rude, that comes under the category of sticks and stones will break my bones. You thought that you were going to change his impression of your behavior, calling him rude. Nothing that you would have said to him was going to change. He is very sure of himself. I think his behavior was silly, but your behavior was stupid, and your behavior caused this incident. Judgment
Your
for
Honor,
the
I
plaintiff
was-
in the amount of $2,000. We're done.
I think the young man learned a valuable lesson that day.
I think her decision was excellent. She clearly saw through this man's intentions.
Look at the man. He stands 6'3" tall. I'm 5'9".
He came looking for a fight.
I'm a grown man. I can take care of myself.
He has no excuse to hit someone.
Now, what was the conversation that the two of you had with regard to that? Because that's what you're suing for.
Right.
You're suing for funeral expense.
I explained to her that our funeral home never turns anybody away. I offered her a variety of different options, including free. That would have been what's called a Tarrant County burial. It's a dignified manner in which to get somebody buried. We own a cemetery as well as a funeral home. We sponsor, in part, with that program.
Okay. She didn't want to have a free funeral.
Yes, that's correct.
That kind of funeral. That is
That's
correct.
correct.
You wanted a proper burial for your son, which you considered was a proper burial.
Yes, ma'am.
Because he offered you a free service, but small, but dignified.
Dignified,
But small.
but no ceremony.
But Ms. Torres didn't want that.
Correct.
And then who mentioned this fund?
I mentioned the fund once she told me the way that she put it was her son was murdered. I wanted to make sure that she knew that there were options available, including a fund through Tarrant County for any victim of a crime. They would pay up to $5,000.
Okay. And do you have a contract with her?
Yes, ma'am, I do.
I'd like to take a look at it. Because what I assume is you did a funeral for her that she was satisfied with, but ultimately she did not get this grant.
That is correct.
Either because they did not view what happened to her son as murder, because I can't imagine if he was in fact murdered, but he's a crime victim, why they would not approve it.
The contract you're reading is both for funeral and cemetery.
I got it. Okay, would you show Ms. Torres this document, please? That is your signature there, Ms. Torres, when it says buyer?
Yes.
Okay, so you understand you have a binding contract with him to pay for the funeral service? You understand that?
Yes.
Well, give me the reason why you didn't pay him.
Okay. So everything was not discussed with Mr. Monty. Everything.
I don't care what was discussed. I have a contract that you signed.
Okay.
And the contract is very, very simple. It says that you are purchasing this. I actually understand what happened because they probably, on your behalf, submitted your son's name, et cetera, to this Victims' Compensation Board for the purposes of them covering the funeral. They decided that your son's death did not fit within the parameters of what they do, so they turned you down. You're still obligated under this contract.
Yes, ma'am.
This is your, so why didn't you pay him?
Well, I was paying. He had hired an attorney. I did pay a couple of payments to him.
How much?
I think it was $200 or $300 that I paid to him.
And then why did you stop?
And it's not that I so much stopped; it's that it was getting too hard that my bills weren't fitting with everything else.
But you were prepared, just for my own information, you were prepared to spend $3,000. Where were you going to get the $3,000 from?
Well, I would have tried to find it from somewhere. I mean, my family.
You purchased 4 wigs and dropped them off at the defendant's home, I assume, to style them. Had he ever styled wigs for you before?
No, actually, he was my hairdresser. He have styled my own natural hair.
So when you bought these wigs, did you contact him to see whether he worked on wigs as well as natural hair?
Yes, I know for a fact I've seen him do wigs and sew-ins and glue-ins, so I know his history of doing wigs.
Okay, and from what you saw, his services were satisfactory?
Yes.
Okay.
29th, May 8th, and May 22nd.
Did you buy them online?
No, ma'am.
Where did you buy them?
There's a young lady in Sacramento. Her name is Tashana. She custom makes wigs out of raw Peruvian hair.
Do you have the receipt for payment for
Yes,
the 4
ma'am.
wigs?
I have my bank statement because the way I pay her is through Zelle.
Okay. And how much were the 4 wigs that you purchased from her?
$375 a piece.
So they were $14.90.
Yes.
The last one that you purchased from her was on May 22nd, and you dropped all 4 of them off at the defendant's shop or home?
His residence, because he wasn't able to work in his shop because of the COVID.
On what date?
That was on July 17th.
Had anyone else styled the wigs before? You started buying them in April, then you bought some in May. Had anyone styled them other than the defendant?
No, just the young lady that custom made them for me. She's the only one that has touched them besides the defendant.
Had you worn them between April and the time that you dropped them off?
Each one maybe twice.
And you wore them the way they were?
Yes.
When you contacted the defendant about styling them, what did you tell him that you wanted him to do to the 4 wigs?
I do have a text message, and I call him my hair husband, so I just asked him could he flat iron and curl, no cut, just flat iron and curl.
May I see the message? So you dropped them off?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Nichols?
Yes.
Did you cut all 4 wigs?
I trimmed them. I didn't cut.
Well, cut, trim, you took a scissor to them.
Yes, I did.
Okay. Well, you're not allowed to do that. She was very specific. She said to you, hey, husband, if I bring you my wigs, can you curl and flat iron them? No cut, just curl. Why didn't you ask her? She didn't ask for a trim. She didn't ask for anything other than, can you flat iron and curl them? No cut. Why did you cut them? She wants her money back. She said, I wore them. I wore each of them twice. They were different. I wanted them just the way they were when I bought them. And now, because you gave them a trim, they're 4 different wigs. Why wouldn't you call her and say, you said no cut, do you want me to trim them? You communicate with her. Why would you do that?
I wasn't thinking.
Weren't thinking, okay. So not thinking is going to cost you $14.90, and she paid you $30 to cut them because she didn't see them because of COVID. She didn't come in. You just gave them to her. That's what you say. Is that right?
No, I sent her a
picture. You didn't inspect them at the time that you picked them up.
No, I did not. I waited till I get home.
I sent her a picture of them when they were ready, and then I showed them to her on the head when I gave them to her when she pulled up in the car.
Is that true?
He sent me a picture, and if I can put it up here.
Yes, please.
Okay. This is what he said. He said the divas are ready, and I said laugh out loud because he called them divas. So when I got to his home, he brought him outside on a mannequin head, the mannequin heads that I gave him because I didn't know if he had any at home because of the COVID and the COVID that was going on. Mr. Nichols has a mom, an elderly mom at home. I did not want to stay there chit-chatting with him.
Okay, don't tell me the whole story.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
When for the first time did you question him about why he cut them?
The same day, like 7 minutes after I got home, we lived that close to each other.
Did you text him or call him?
I text him. And I do
May I
have the
see it,
text
please?
messages here as well.
I'd like to see it. I'd like to see the text messages. Did he answer you?
He did call me, and I was on the Zoom call, and I told him I was going to call him right back for my job. I called him back, no answer. I called him a few times, no answer, and then I texted him when I was at work and informed him that I needed to discuss with him the damaged wigs that were done, and he never responded to the text. So at that point, I contacted Small Claims Court and asked them, because I've never done this before, what do I do? And,
Got it.
Okay.
Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $1520.
Thank you.
Mr. Lyons, you were a tenant of the defendants for 3 years.
Yes.
And you had a security deposit of $1,400
Yes.
with the defendant. Your complaint seeks the return of the entire security deposit. She already sent you $500. She retained $900 of the security deposit.
Yes.
In addition, you're asking for other money for a whole lot of nonsense. Damaged property as a result of a pipe burst in February of 2020. You didn't move out until July. I assume the damaged property that you're referring to is the damaged property as a result of the pipe bursting.
No.
What damaged property as a result of what?
The roof leaking, there was heavy rainfall at the end of 2019, beginning of this year, that ruined our furniture, causing mold in the house. There was water throughout the house, damaging the furnace.
Okay, I get Mr. Lyons, understand this, sir. You're a renter. If there's a leak or a burst pipe and your stuff is damaged, that's what renter's insurance is for. That's what homeowner's insurance is for. Yeah. That's not what this nonsense is. That's why I'm saying there's a whole bunch of stuff here that's nonsense. You want the return of your security deposit. You also put in a claim here for wrongful eviction. But I read your complaint, and I read in your complaint that you gave her a 30-day notice on July 21st.
Yes.
You gave her notice. She didn't evict you. You gave her notice that you were moving out. Where did you move to?
Long Beach.
Who did you move in with?
My witness.
Good. And had you been planning on making that move? Is that why you gave her a notice on July 21st?
Yes.
That you were moving in with a new roommate? Yes, so she didn't evict you. Okay. Now let's talk about the return of the security deposit. Then the burden's on her. You had $1,400 of his security deposit. You returned $5. It's your responsibility to show me photographs of why you retained $900 of his security deposit.
Okay, $200 for the trash that was left in the curb. I have pictures.
Oh, so you have pictures and a bill or a receipt
Yes.
for who you paid to get rid of it.
Yes.
Good. I'd like to see the photographs and the bill.
Is that okay? The next one?
Yes, well, that's not $200 worth of trash. Is that all your junk out there? Sir,
The property damage,
is
yes.
that all your junk out there?
Yes.
That's not property damage stuff. That's stuff you didn't want. There's a broom there. That's ridiculous. Okay, so $200. Can I see the bill for removing all that trash?
There's going to be 2 bills, okay, for the cleaning.
Yes, I'd like to see them both. That says cleanup.
Yeah, it's $200 for the cleaning the curb and $200 to clean the apartment.
Okay, so $200 for cleaning the curb.
Yes.
Now, I didn't see pictures of inside the apartment. What are you alleging was wrong inside the apartment? So you do understand you owe her. She rightfully withheld $200 so far for cleaning up the trash that you left outside.
I don't
Well,
agree
I'm telling
to that.
you do. Okay. I don't care whether you agree to it or not. That's your trash to get rid of, not somebody else's. What is that?
Okay, these are the boxes, the refrigerator boxes where you keep your vegetables. That's one of them. Fungus.
Okay, what else?
This is the kitchen counter.
Well, I don't know what is on there. What are you showing me?
They're stains.
The stains, I don't know if you can see, it's a yellow, very deep yellow.
Very sticky with lack of cleaning.
What else?
This is the drawer in the bathroom.
What color is it? Is it white?
cabinet, the shelf is black, but this is a white stuff.
Stains. There's stains on the black.
What else? Did you take pictures, Mr. Lyons, of when you left the house?
Yes.
Did you take photographs? May I see them, please? Don't show me anymore. What is that?
Those are the pictures of the mold and whatnot growing in the bedroom.
I just want,
like that.
I want to see, sir. Is this how you left the apartment? I just want to see if you left it clean. I'm not looking at your mold. I'm finished with your mold. Get homeowner's insurance.
Okay.
Looks like he left the inside pretty clean.
And that's one.
Go ahead. Keep going. Is that when you left, sir?
Yes.
Go ahead. What are you showing me?
Of the kitchen cabinets. That's just one of the kitchen cabinets.
If they were cleaned out?
Mm-hmm. They were clean. There wasn't anything in them. That's the bathroom.
Okay. Got it. All right, Mr. Lyons, I don't have to see anymore. Okay. When Mr. Lyons left, he left in, did you leave in August, sir?
August 1st.
You left August 1st. When did you re-rent the apartment?
September 3rd. It took me a month to clean.
No, it didn't take you a month to clean.
No, not to
You
clean.
have to clean. He
repair.
was living there for, no. Sorry. He left August 1st. You paid $200 to take away his trash, which you shouldn't have left there. That's really your job, to hire somebody to take away all your garbage.
I did. She had told me that when she took those pictures and stuff of the place and the trash, she's like, these needs to be cleaned up. And she's like, you need to come back, after she had wrongfully evicted us. And I told her, I was like...
She didn't wrongfully evict you.
Well, the agreement was for us to be out on the 21st. And on the...
I don't... Listen to me, sir. She didn't wrongfully evict you. You gave her notice. You had a kerfuffle about the date because you were sleeping. You don't get up until 2 o'clock, according to you, to go to work. And she called you if she wanted her rent. I'm not interested.
I have a proof.
I just asked you about the trash that you left behind. I'm just asking you, are you telling me that you paid to have it taken away?
Yes, I had it arranged. I had the city to come on that same week to come get it. And Roxanne knows about this because I had told her, said, okay. And then she's like, no, I'm not waiting that long. And then she got it taken care of herself. And I had to let her know via text.
I don't blame her. So far, you're entitled to your $700 back of the $900. She paid $200 to have somebody clean up that junk that you left outside. The apartment looked pretty clean to me. And if you were lucky enough to have the apartment vacant only for 1 month, and Mr. Lyons was living there for 3 years, you have to paint the place anyway. You have to get it into shape. You can't rent it again right away. You know that.
Right.
Ridiculous. Okay, judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $700. We're finished.
Your Honor.
Thank you.
Your Honor.
We are finito. Miss Watts, this accident happened about 2 years ago. According to your complaint, you were riding a bicycle to a campus job that you had. Where do you go to school?
I attended Chico State University.
This incident happened on October 17th of 2018. Approximately what time?
Around 7:51 a.m.
So in the daylight?
Yes.
You were riding your bicycle, and it is your claim that the defendant hit you on the bike. You were injured, wore a knee brace, etc. The defendant says the accident was your fault. So let's try to figure it out, and then we'll try to figure out what took you 2 years to get here. You were riding in the street, correct, with traffic?
Yes, yeah. Well,
you were traveling in the street where cars travel, not on the sidewalk?
Yes, Your Honor.
And were you traveling with traffic or against traffic?
I was riding against traffic. At that time, I didn't know that I wasn't supposed to, and I was against.
I don't care whether you knew it or not.
Okay.
Whether you knew it is not relevant. You live in California. This incident happened in California. In California, it's illegal to drive against traffic. You know that now.
Yes, Your Honor.
And you know that now because, according to, I think what I read, you did at some point consult an attorney.
Yes, Your Honor. I did have an attorney, and he gave it to his assistant, which is my paralegal, who is with me today.
You no longer have that attorney?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. And I would suggest to you that one of the reasons you don't have that attorney is because it's very difficult, unless you can show some extraordinary reason, like the defendant was intoxicated, high, texting, doing something that was grossly negligent, that when you're committing an act that is illegal under California law, which is driving against traffic, very hard to prove that somebody else is culpable for an accident. So now you're traveling against traffic. It's almost 8 o'clock in the morning. According to your complaint, you were coming up to a driveway, the driveway of an apartment complex. So you tell me what happened.
Okay. On my way riding to school in the bike path, I saw a car pulling out of the driveway. At first, I had stopped to make sure that she knew that I was riding my bike. She had made a complete stop, and while I was riding from her right, she was only looking towards the left side, not looking both ways. So I was trying to make eye contact with her while I was riding my bike, also trying to acknowledge her. I was waving and I kept saying, hey, so she knew that I was approaching. And by the time that I was trying to pass her, she collided into my knee and my bike, and I had to stop my fall before I was hit by a truck. I could have been hit by a truck, correction, I'm sorry.
So it sounds to me like she did everything right. She stopped. She came to a complete stop. She was looking to make a right-hand turn.
Yes, Your Honor.
She looked to her left to make sure that there were no cars coming to her left so that she could make a right-hand turn. You were coming from the opposite direction, riding the wrong way, and she didn't see you. If you stopped before the driveway, actually stopped before the driveway, you wouldn't have gotten hit. Am I getting something? Is something not registering with me?
No, Your Honor. You're actually correct. All I knew was I was just trying to acknowledge her so she knew that I was coming towards the bike path.
But clearly, I mean, because she doesn't look like a nut job, and she wasn't drunk at 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock in the morning, and she came to a full stop. So you're not suggesting to me, Miss Watts, that you tried to make contact with her. You actually did make contact with her so that she acknowledged that you were there and that you could go, and she accelerated anyway and hit you on purpose. You're not suggesting that to me.
No, Your Honor.
Well, what theory do you have that would suggest to me that she's responsible for this accident? Just because you were on a smaller bike? What's your theory?
No, Your Honor. So,
I mean, you're not a lawyer.
Yes, I am not. The only problem that I had was after she hit me, at that time, I was struck. I didn't know the protocol of, getting people's information or their insurance. All I asked was when after we collided, she looked at me and she said, I'm sorry, but I'm running late for school. And I told her that I was on my way to school as well, the same campus that we attend at the time. And all she did was give me her number. She put it in my phone, and there was a witness that was there that pulled over and saw the accident at the time. And she got back in her car, gave me my phone, got back in her car, and she just left. I tried to get in contact with her the next day because I told her I didn't want to file a lawsuit. I didn't want to sue her or anything because I was dealing with the physical pain from the handlebars colliding into my rib cage, and I went to the hospital that same day, just stating about, I just told her once I got in contact with Alyssa at the time, I told her, all I want is for you to just pay for the medical bills. That's it. I didn't want anything else. I didn't want to press charges. When I told my family, they told me it was best that I got her insurance information because that's what you're supposed to do when you get into an accident. So she just kept denying and didn't want to give me her insurance. And I told her, once again, I don't want to sue you. I don't want to press charges. I just want your insurance information because that's the protocol that we're supposed to do, and that's what my family requested. She hung up in my face. Yeah. I kept calling her. She did not answer and was ignoring my calls. I sent her a text message that on the 19th, just reinstating that I didn't want to sue or do anything. All I wanted was her insurance information. And she still never responded.
What did you want? Just a second. She should have given you her insurance information, except the accident was your fault. I mean, protocol was she should have given you her insurance. But according to what you told me, Ms. Watts, according to your testimony and what I read in the complaint, the accident was your fault. You were driving illegally on the wrong side of the street. She came to a full stop at her parking lot and didn't see you traveling the wrong side of the street. And as you said, the two of you collided. Now, let us assume that you are not hurt and you didn't have sore ribs and you didn't have a sore knee for a few weeks. Let's say you were not hurt at all, but your bicycle scratched up her car and she had a counterclaim that your bicycle scratched her car. I would dismiss your lawsuit and grant her counterclaim because the accident was your fault. The fact that you were hurt is sad, but irrelevant to the fact that the accident was your fault. And ignorance of the law is no excuse. You now know, and the attorney that you spoke to told you that California law says that you must drive in the direction of traffic, and it's illegal to do so otherwise. So, and I'm sure the attorney told you that.
Yes, Your Honor, and I take full responsibility.
Well, if you do, then you understand that I'm dismissing your lawsuit. Just because there's an accident and somebody gets hurt, it doesn't mean that it's somebody else's fault. Now, there's no question, Ms. Mincher, that you should have given her your insurance information, because that's up to other people to make a judgment like I'm doing today. Did you have insurance on your car?
I did, yes.
In October of 2018?
Yes, I did.
Okay. What make and model car do you have?
At the time, it was a 1995, let's see. It was a 1995 Buick. It was a white vehicle. I'm not too sure what model it is.
Okay, Ms. Mincher. The plaintiff tells me, true or not, that she tried to make eye contact with you. Did you see her riding the bike? True or not, that she tried to make eye contact with you. Did you see her riding the bike?
No.
In the opposite direction of traffic?
I did not see her.
Before the accident occurred?
I did not see her.
Did you continue to your job that day?
No, Your Honor. I sat in the parking lot waiting for my supervisor at the time to come pick me up, and she took me home.
Did you go to work the next day?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. And did you use the same bicycle that you had used the day before?
No, Your Honor. Ever since that accident, I've never touched my bike again.
How did you get to your job?
I started taking the local bus.
Smart. Where is the bicycle? Where was it in October, November? Did you sell it? Give it away?
No, Your Honor. I had left it parked at the apartment complex that I lived in at that time.
You left it there, and you moved and left it there?
Yes, but I ended up getting rid of it, yes, Your Honor. I didn't sell it.
How did you get rid of it?
Selling it for parts. I needed the finances, dealing with my own financial problems. So I just gave certain parts away. The tires, they were already flat from the accident, so I just threw what I could away that was left over.
Okay. All right. Fine. Ms. Watts, I'm glad I could finally give you a little bit of closure. I know that you probably had a little bit of it through your attorney. No, you have the paralegal here. I don't need the paralegal. It's clear that not every accident that has an injury results in an award of damages. There has to be a demonstration that the person who was the cause of that accident. In this case, she was not the cause of the accident. You were. Unfortunately, you got hurt. But I'm glad you're better and moved on. So your case is dismissed and we're finished. Thank you. Ms. McClendon, I'm going to start with you. You and Ms. Morgan worked together. Is that how you met?
Yes, ma'am.
And you needed a place to stay?
Yes, ma'am.
Why did you need a place to stay?
I was currently staying in a hotel, and I couldn't afford to keep staying there.
How much were you paying at the hotel?
$1,300 a month.
And how much were you earning?
I get anywhere from I'm a server, so it really depends.
Got it. And Miss Morgan worked at the same place. She offered you to come to stay with her, and you would split the rent. There were just the two of you there?
No, ma'am. In the beginning, she offered to help.
Listen, she doesn't know you other than both being a server at a restaurant, right? So why would she? I mean, you're not her sister, you're not her cousin, you're not her niece, you're not anybody to her other than somebody who she knew from work, who was paying $1,300 a month in a hotel, who couldn't afford it.
Yes, ma'am.
And she had an apartment. She lived alone?
She didn't have anywhere at that moment.
No. Was she living alone? So she was living alone. And how many bedrooms are in her apartment?
2.
2. Easy. Come and move in with me. We'll split the rent. How much was the rent?
$650.
In total?
Yes, every month.
So $650 cut in half, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So your share of the rent would have been $325.
Yes, ma'am.
As opposed to $1,300. Yes, that sounds like a pretty good deal to me. When did you move in?
About the middle of September 2016.
September 16th to be exact.
And when did you move out?
December the 20th, 2016.
The 21st.
Don't shout out again, otherwise I'm going to just dismiss your case. September to October, October to November, November to December. 3 months. How many times did you pay her rent?
3.
How much did you give her each month?
$325 for rent, and it varied each month as far as.
No, so you paid her $325 each month for rent, September to October, October to November, November to December. Is that true?
No, ma'am.
Of course not, because you don't even say that in your answer. Because you say about a month after I was staying there, Paige asked me to pay half of the rent, which I did. That was a month later. So you lived there 3 months, but according to your answer, you only paid rent for 2 months.
Yes, ma'am. In the beginning, she agreed to help me out. I told her that I can help out with what I can, but I didn't give, we didn't have a
So you didn't pay rent for 1 month? So
I
you
paid
didn't
every
pay
month I was there.
You didn't pay. I asked you 2 seconds ago. I said, how many months did you pay? You said, I paid $325 every month that I was there. But I remembered reading your answer, and your answer said that you didn't pay rent the first month you were there. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Great. Okay. Didn't work out. It didn't work out because of some internet bill. You had your boyfriend who was staying over. Is this your boyfriend?
Yes, ma'am.
So he was staying over, and he was using your computer and whatever. She was also supposed to contribute, according to you, to the cable bill. She didn't contribute to the cable bill. She said, I don't use a computer. So what you did was you took her off the account. Then you had a fight. You had a big fight. So far, am I right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And the big fight took place on December 20th or December 21st?
The 21st.
According to you, she damaged property. What did she damage?
The room that she had was completely furnished, and after she moved out, I went in there and she had ripped apart the bed. I'm not exactly sure what she did, but the frame, the footboard, everything was actually in the closet. Yes, ma'am.
Tell me about the fight, Miss McClendon.
On the 20th, we had already had previous arguments. That was not the first big fight. We had one before where I came to her and asked her if Drew's going to be living there, you know, I feel like he should pay a third of the rent. And I don't have a TV. I don't watch TV. I don't feel like I should have to pay half of a cable bill. And she said, but you use the Wi-Fi. And I agreed. Yes, I do. And I will pay half of the Wi-Fi bill. I went online. I looked up how much their highest cable service was, which was $39.99. And I told her that I would pay half of that. But she told me that because it's a bundled deal, I still have to pay half of the
So that was
whole
what
bill.
the fight was about?
That's what started it, yes.
Okay, and then it escalated from there. Does your boyfriend still come over to visit?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay. What's your permanent address?
I'm sorry, ma'am?
Your permanent address?
It's in Douglasville, Georgia. One road over from her. It's 29.
No, that's my address.
Oh, that's her address. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Very good.
I'm sorry. Yes, it's.
Can I?
It's 30. It's 3865.
Your face just got really red, sir.
Yes,
Do you
yes, sir.
understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
I'm very nervous.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
We watch your show.
We do.
She owes you so far $325 in rent for the 1 month that she was there that she didn't pay rent. She didn't pay $1,300 a month in the hotel. She owes you $325 a month in rent. Okay. Did you break the bed?
No, ma'am.
What did you do with the bed?
As she said, the room was completely furnished. I didn't have anything. And upon me moving in, she said, I have a bed in there. It's really old. It's my son's bed, but you could use it. It was really shaky. Even if you leaned on it, there's a board in the front that would fall off. So all I did is take it apart and put it aside. I put my mattresses on the floor so that I could just sleep on the floor.
And is that what you did?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I believe you.
Yes, ma'am.
Next.
I'm sorry.
What else? She's not paying for the cable. She's not paying for the bed. She's paying you so far $325
Yes, ma'am.
for the month's rent that you didn't pay. What else?
Well, when she moved in, before she moved in, and I have proof on text messages, that I told her that it was going to be half of the rent and half of the bills.
I don't care.
Okay.
I don't care. She's going to pay you $325 for rent. Are we done with that part?
Yes, ma'am.
Wait, she's not paying for the cable. He pays for the cable. He pays for the cable. I believe her story about the bed. Now, what property do you say she took without permission?
All the linens, all the towels, everything that she used while she was in the house were mine. And then when she left, she took all the sheets, the blankets, and I'm missing quite a few towels, so I can only assume that they were in her room.
Did you take these sheets and towels when you left?
No, ma'am. My bed was stripped when I came in. She even took my sheet that was on the bed and a pillow.
Okay, now I'm going to your counterclaim. Counterclaim is for the destruction of clothes and personal belongings and harassment. Go.
The first time that I left on the day that it happened.
You mean on the 21st of December?
Yes, ma'am. When I left, that morning, I woke up. I had my best friend's son there with me, my godson. I woke up. I put him in the shower. I went back to my room. When I came out the room, immediately she came out because our rooms were right next to each other. She came out and she started, Mr. Dan will be here at 10 o'clock. Do you have the rent? I didn't say nothing to her because we'd already fought the night before. So I didn't say nothing to her. As I'm going into the bathroom.
Just a second. So she came out to you on December 21st
that morning.
And she said to you, Mr. Dan is going to be here for the rent, which would have been the rent from December to January.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And you said?
I didn't say anything because we were already arguing. I didn't want it to escalate.
So you said nothing.
I walked through the door because I was ignoring her. As I'm closing the door, I'm facing the wall. She literally football tackles through the door and it hit me in the back of the head. I did then turn around and I grabbed her by the face, pushed her backwards. I seen her glasses go up and then I stopped because I remembered that Kanan was in the shower and I told her to get out. I never said anything else to her. After that, she did leave. She left out, and I called her, my best friend, Nikki, immediately and asked her to come get me. I don't want to go to jail. I just want to get out of here. So I finished my shower. I grabbed, everything that I could grab. When I returned, the door lock to the door had been completely changed. I could not get in.
When did you return?
That night to get the rest of my stuff. I called the cops out to come out and escort me into the house. When I got in there, like I said, the bed had been stripped. All of my clothes had been spread out all over the floor. There were no towels in my stuff.
Just a second. Your clothes were spread out and?
All over the floor, and there was wet cereal dumped all over my clothes.
You have pictures?
No, ma'am, I did not take pictures.
You have a phone?
Yes, ma'am.
Does your phone have a camera?
Yes, ma'am.
So why didn't you take a picture of what it looked like?
I didn't take pictures because I honestly thought that after I left, I didn't have to deal with it anymore. I just wanted to be done.
Fine. Judging for the plaintiff, the amount of $325. We're finished. Thank you. Mr. Burns, this is your complaint. You had purchased a car.
Yes.
You were behind in the payments.
Yes.
Mr. Kimball owns a tow truck, and it is his job on behalf of lending institutions to repossess property that has not been paid for. So your car was parked either on the street or in your house.
Yes, in front of my house.
And this was September 25th last year. Neighbor came to you in your house and said, someone's taking your car. You got outside and you saw Mr. Kimball in his tow truck down the street with your car attached.
No.
Tell me where you saw his car.
I observed Mr. Kimball at the end, like a block away on the passenger side of my car, removing items. At the same time, I was talking to the police when the neighbor had came and got me. I live in a high crime neighborhood area, and first thing she said, it's a black tow truck, and they took your car and went and rolled off.
So the car was attached to the tow truck?
Yes.
That's what I said.
Yes.
Now, at the time, you knew that you were behind in payments on the car.
Actually, I had spoken with the guy who...
At the time, you were behind in payments on the car. You acknowledged it.
Yes, I knew I owed some.
Right. So an intelligent man would know that if you were behind in payments on the car, they may come and get it. Not definitely, but they may come and get it. Well, that was what he was hired for. Who hired you to do this job?
Northwest Repossession.
Do you know who hired Northwest Repossession?
The company would be Quality Auto Sales.
Did you buy your car at Quality Auto Sales?
Yes.
Well, they're the people that hired his company to get their property back. So tell me what you did.
Okay, when I observed Mr. Kimball at the end of the block removing items, I caught him on the passenger side of my car. At the same time, I was talking to 911 because I figured my car was being stolen. I had spoke to the person who I previously bought the car from, and everything was fine.
I don't believe that, and you don't have that person here.
Okay.
Okay, because the person that you bought the car from hired his company to repossess your car.
Okay, at the same time.
Okay. So now,
No.
just tell me what you did.
Okay, I talked to the police. I asked him who was he. He never identified who he was.
Just a second. I want to know what you did. You ran to the end of the block where he was.
No, we drove to the end of the block, and I observed him.
Who drove?
My wife did.
So your wife drove in her car?
Yes.
To the end of the block, and then what did you do?
I was on the phone with 911, and I told them that I see the guy right there.
Just a second. I didn't ask you what you told anybody.
Okay, I didn't do
what
anything. I approached him and asked him who was he.
Just a second. So you approached him?
Yes.
Where was he when you approached him?
The passenger side of the car.
And what did he say to you?
He didn't say anything. He just got up and ran around to the driver's side of the tow truck. And by me living in a high crime neighborhood area, if he would have told me who he was, the situation would have been ended. He didn't identify himself or who he was or who had sent him. It's normally known in my neighborhood. I just live in Chicago. High crime area, and they known for taking cars on tow trucks and driving off. You never find your car again. I asked him who was he. He never identified himself in a professional manner. So I proceeded to talk to the police. I'm like, he right here. He tried to run around and jump in the car. When he jumped in the tow truck, he tried to close the door, and I'm like, he never identified. I'm like, who are you? I'm steady asking him, who is he? He never said anything. So I'm telling the police, next thing I know, he put the truck in drive, and almost hit me with the tow truck, so I had to grab on to the handle. It's a safety bar on the side of the tow truck. When he drove off like in a high rate of speed. So I wasn't finna let him get out of my sight because he never identified himself. I feel if he would have identified himself.
I know that you said that already. What I'm hearing is, and reading,
yes,
that you wrote, you jumped on the sideboard.
Yes.
Okay, you jumped on the sideboard and held onto the sideboard.
Yes.
And he was driving off.
Yes.
At a high rate of speed.
Yes.
And then what happened?
He veered on the south side of the street, crashing into some parked cars with me stuck in between the doors.
Now you tell me your version, because we'll get to what the lawsuit is about, because he filed charges against you for assault.
Yes.
You say that they were false. Now he's going to tell me his version of the events. Go.
Hi, Your Honor.
Okay, you were hired, that's your job, to repossess property that hasn't been paid for.
Correct.
You got an order to pick up his car.
Correct.
Start from there.
Okay, so I picked the vehicle up, Your Honor. About 7 blocks away, I secured the vehicle.
How many blocks away from his house?
About 7 blocks.
Go ahead.
So as I was securing the vehicle to my tow truck, Mr. Burns came up to me, and he was very defensive.
Don't tell me what you thought about his posture.
Okay, he asked me, what were you doing? What are you doing?
And what did you say?
I said, sir, your car's up for repossession. He said, the car's not up for repossession. He got aggressive, started coming towards me. I backed up. I kept backing up, and I went in my truck. He said, put the vehicle down before I beat your, excuse my language. I told him I can't put the vehicle down until I close the door. He did not want to hear that. He stood on the running board. I put the vehicle on drive because it was already secure. I started driving at a slow speed. He grabbed onto the steering wheel, and then we had smacked into a car. Prior to this, before he had jumped on a running board, he hit me in my side about 2 or 3 times.
Where was he when he hit you in your side?
He's standing on the running board of the truck.
Okay, so he's standing on the running board of the truck, and you're inside the truck.
Correct, I'm sitting.
And he's standing on the running board.
Correct.
And how did he hit you?
He punched me to the side, so like in my ribs. So if I'm sitting here right now, and he's standing right here, he would hit me in my side.
Where was the car that he drove up in?
I have no idea, Your Honor.
You didn't see a car?
Well, he was parked in the street in the city streets, so every car is parallel parking. There's tons of...
From his house, he said his wife drove him to where you were.
Okay.
Did you see her?
When he approached, there was a female in the car, yes.
Did you see what she was doing as this was going on?
She was just sitting in the vehicle.
Now, when you say you secured the vehicle, what do you have to do to secure the vehicle?
You have to put a safety chain on the vehicle, so the vehicle, when you drive away, it doesn't fall off.
Okay.
So for safety
But you
features,
did, in fact, drive it away a certain,
yes.
You said a few blocks.
Correct.
How was it attached to the tow truck then?
Well, because when you pick the vehicle up, it has claws, a mechanism that sits where the tires are. So it sits on the tow truck. You can continue to drive away, but you go to a certain distance to secure it. This way, when you're on the highway or something, you know, if the car, if it was to fall off, it's not going to hit somebody or et cetera.
Okay. So then you stopped, when you felt it was safe, you stopped to secure it.
Correct.
Do you have a police report?
Yes, I do.
I'd like to take a look at it. And do you have the work order to pick up the car?
Yes, I do.
I'd also like to take a look at that. Do you have any other police report?
No, this is all they gave me, ma'am.
Do you have any police report?
Yes, ma'am.
I'd like to see it.
Your Honor, may I say something?
Yes.
Upon the accident, when the police arrived on the scene, I left in the ambulance because I was injured. And when I got there, they signed me out, and they came with that charge that he talking about that I hit him. That's what the officer said. Not the police officer, but the sergeant, because the other officers was like, man, we didn't even have time for this. You know, you should have left the scene. That's what the black officers, they was just saying all type of absurd.
Just a second. Don't tell me what anybody said to you,
Okay.
Mr. Burns.
Okay.
You were wrong.
No.
You were wrong.
No,
He
ma'am.
had authorization to take, just pay attention.
Okay.
He had authorization to take your car. You had no business. You had no business to get on the running board of his truck to endanger him, other people that may be out there. I know you're shaking your head no. I know you're shaking your head no. Bottom line is, he had the right to have possession of your car. That's what this order says. He had the right to have possession of your car. You had no right to take control of his car by getting on the running board. And because you did that, you caused an accident. Now, he had a lawful order to take possession of your car. You did not have any right to get on his tow truck.
No, ma'am.
Well, I say yes, you say no. I'm telling you, that's the law. You had no right to put your feet.
Your Honor,
Are you asking me?
No, Your Honor.
Do you have pictures of the accident?
Yes.
Also, may I just add one more thing? I was never given an accident report or put in the accident. They never said I caused the accident or anything.
I just told you caused an accident.
Oh, okay.
The side of his truck says Northwest Recovery, Inc. What do you think that means?
I didn't know what
With his license number.
I didn't know what it meant, yes, but if I would have got a letter saying that it was anything, I never received anything saying I was behind.
Somebody else's fault. Mr. Burns, you have no case.
Yeah.
No, it was court cases, Your Honor. It went to court and it was continued and continued and continued due to missing.
You have to show me that you weren't paid for those. Weren't you? I assume that this is the prize.
Or lack thereof.
I assume that this is the prize. I assume that this is what the two of you fought over. Now, you have children with him.
That's correct.
How many?
2.
And you lived together ever?
Yes.
From when to when?
From 2012 to just recently.
What's it just recently?
April of 2016.
And when did you start to see, what's your last name?
Garcia.
When did you start to see Mr. Garcia?
The first week of May 2016.
And on May 27th of 2016, while you were seeing Mr. Garcia, and you weren't seeing Mr. Garcia, you and Mr. Garcia went over to his mother's house for a visit?
We were picking up some roller skates that he owned because we were going to go out skating that night.
And you drove your car?
Correct.
His mother has a house with a driveway?
There was, that's correct. There was a car parked in the driveway, even if there wasn't a car.
I'm trying to put this picture in my mind. So you drove your car and parked it where?
On the street in front of his house, or his mother's house.
Did you go inside? Did Mr. Garcia go inside?
Yes, ma'am.
And at some point, Miss Tennant showed up.
Correct.
Where were you and Mr. Garcia when Miss Tennant showed up?
I was in the restroom. He was outside.
So you don't know where he was when she showed up?
No.
So the next thing you know, when you come out of the restroom, Mr. Garcia is outside, and so is Miss Tennant.
No. The next thing I know, when I come out of the restroom, he's coming into the house.
Okay. Do you have a conversation with him?
He tells me, my baby mama here, my baby mama here.
Is that the way he said it to you?
That's the way he said it to me.
You remember that? Say yes or no.
No, ma'am.
Then I don't want to hear from you at all. You're back together again, right?
Yes.
Perfect. And?
So when he says that, my thought is...
Don't tell me, I don't care what you were thinking. He says,
my baby mama here, my baby mama here. Let me put you outside in the backyard and deal with her. And then when I'm done, we can go.
Okay. Did you go through the house to the backyard? Did you know how to get to the backyard?
He semi-walked me there, but I knew how to get there because I'd been there before.
So you walked to the backyard?
That's correct.
And what's the next thing that happened?
The next thing that happened, to my understanding, I hear them arguing. I hear her saying comments such as, why don't you want to be with me? Why are you breaking up our family? We have kids together. Who is she? Where is she? Type of those are the comments I'm hearing from her. From him, I'm hearing, just leave. You're not supposed to be here. It doesn't matter who she is. It doesn't matter. There's nobody here. It doesn't matter. Just leave. That's what I'm hearing from him. And from her, I'm just hearing.
Okay, so you're listening from the backyard as to what's going on.
That's correct.
You're listening. What's the next thing that happened?
The next thing that happened is, as I'm in the backyard, I went to the back door to see if I could get in the house because I wanted to leave. By this point in time, that's their drama. So I couldn't get back into the house through the back door, so I went around to the fence to try to get out of the gate so I could go to my car and leave. I couldn't get out the gate either because there was something keeping the latch closed. But I can see through the fence them arguing. I can see my car pretty much right in front of me. They're arguing back and forth, still saying the same types of conversations.
Gotcha.
And then the next thing I know, I see her pulling pieces off my car. I had weather strips on all 4 doors. I see her just pulling pieces off the car. When I see that, between the pulling and her movements, there's a huge dent in the side of my door. I saw all of this. I told Ryan, open this gate and let me out of here. she's not about to be damaging my property. He was like, you show right, open the gate. And I went towards my car. I wasn't thinking about her. I was ready to leave. She's coming towards me, shouting all kinds of things that don't even matter at this point. And then the next thing I know, she's swinging on me. I don't know how many times she hit me before I swung back.
Okay, let's stop there. I'd like to see what the car looked like.
Okay.
What the damage was to the car.
So these first two pictures are the original, what the car looked like when I bought it. And then the other pictures are the dent from different angles.
I want to see what the weather stripping was. Can I see that?
You can see that only on the first picture. I believe I have an arrow pointed to the weather stripping.
The plastic.
Harder plastic. So there had to have been some force used to pull them off.
Okay.
And the last two pictures, I believe, have a black stripe going down. That's my belt shut in the door to demonstrate that it's not flush against the door.
Did your insurance cover part of this?
My insurance covered none of it. I did not file a claim with the insurance.
Okay. Now, Miss Tennant, did you drive there or walk there?
Drove there.
Was it prearranged that you go to his mother's house?
Earlier that day it was.
I don't believe you. Okay, I don't believe you.
Okay.
Okay. And when you went by the house, you saw a car in the front.
Yes, I did.
Had you ever seen that car before?
No, ma'am.
Now, you went there to see his mother or to see him?
To see Ryan.
So that you want me to believe, this is what you want me to believe. You want me to believe that Mr. Prize Package made a date with you to see you at his mother's house, and he brought his girlfriend with him because he's either stupid. Is he stupid?
No, he's not stupid.
Is he vicious?
No, he's made a mistake.
Just a second. Now, that's not a mistake. That's either stupid or vicious. That's not a mistake. If you invite the mother of your children over for a visit and you bring your girlfriend with you to that meeting and you hide her in the backyard, that's either very stupid or vicious. That's not a mistake. You know, a mistake is if you order your tuna fish sandwich on rye and you like it on whole wheat. That's a mistake. So we're going to start from the beginning. You went over there and you had an arrangement to meet him there or not?
Yes, I just spoke to him earlier that day saying that I would come over towards the end of the evening. And that's when I arrived. And when I say end of the evening, it was before like midnight. It was like way before even 8 o'clock.
Do you know, just from your body English, I know you're lying to me. It's so fascinating how after 40 years you could tell just from body English when somebody's lying.
I've got proof in my phone that shows that we had plans to see each other that evening.
Then he's either stupid or vicious.
Okay, then that's him, not me.
I just want you to know then he's either stupid or vicious.
Okay.
So now you go over there because, according to you, you have plans to meet somebody who you're back with now and who was the father of your children. He happens to bring his girlfriend with to the meeting. And when you realize that he's there with somebody, because at some point you realized that he was there with somebody. Now, at what point did you realize that he was there with somebody?
When she came running.
Just a second.
Okay.
At what point? You come in and you knock at the door, ring the bell. What do you do?
No, he was outside, getting out of the car, going into the house.
He's getting out of the car. Had you forgotten cigarettes? Had you forgotten something in the car?
I was already sitting in the car, Your Honor.
You were what?
I was already sitting in the car.
Oh, she was just inside going to the bathroom. Is that right?
Yes.
When were you going to get your skates?
They were already in the car.
Okay, so now I got it. You were going roller skating. You had already picked up the roller skates and went back to the car with your girlfriend, and then she had to use the restroom, so you waited in the car.
Yes.
In the passenger seat?
In the driver's seat.
So you were driving her car?
Yes.
Okay, and she, of course, knows that it's not your car because she just broke up with you 4 weeks before, so she knew it was somebody else's car. Oh, I love this. Perfect. It's setting up setting up the whole picture. So you come by the house and you see boyfriend in somebody else's car in the driver's seat, so he's real comfortable. He's already picked up the roller skates to go roller skating with his girlfriend that night. Now you understand all that. So I would lean towards stupid rather than vicious if I were you. And you see him and he's getting out of the car and
so he proceeds to walk towards the house, and I said, "Hey, what are you doing?" And he said, "Hey, didn't really know what to say. So he said, my friend is letting me use this car while he's at work, blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, okay, cool. I didn't believe that.
Just like you didn't believe that? Mm-hmm. You didn't believe that because, so you know when somebody is lying to you.
Absolutely.
Great. So let's go. So he went,
Okay. And so then I said, well, let me see who is in the house. And I went through the house. There's no one there. So I walked back into the front. We're standing parallel to her car. And we were talking about the situation. And he was like, no, no, no. I promise you this person's car. He would not admit to that it was anybody else's car besides, I guess, a friend. So, yeah.
Great. You want to stop there?
No, I can continue.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Miss Duncan, what do you do for a living?
I'm retired, Your Honor, from the Department of Correction. I was a canteen manager, California.
When did you retire?
2015.
Now, you had a brother passed away recently. Brother was disabled. The defendant lived with him for the last 5 years. He was a parental figure, is what I'm gathering from your papers.
Yes.
Is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
In your papers, you say that you were your brother's caretaker. Am I mistaken about that?
Yes, I am.
When you say you were his caretaker, were you his caretaker because you were his sister and loved him? But did you also get paid to be his caretaker?
Yes.
Of course you did. And you got paid by the state to be his caretaker?
Yes.
How did I know that? Now, for how many years had you been getting paid by the state to be his caretaker while you were also working for the Department of Corrections?
About 20 years.
And how much were you paid each month by the state to be his caretaker while you were working for the Department of Corrections?
500 and some change.
A what? A week?
Every 2 weeks, Your Honor.
So $1,000 a month?
Yes.
If your brother was a paraplegic, who was taking care of him when you were not?
He would take care of himself.
How can he take care of himself if he's a paraplegic?
Well, Your Honor, he could feed himself. You know, he could bathe himself, but I would do other things. Cook. My husband would cook for him. I would take him food, pay his bills.
If he could take care of himself, what would we be paying you $1,000 a month for?
Well, Your Honor, he was basically had plenty bed sores, so he had to be turned, he had to be cared for, bed sores had to be treated, so there was various things, Your Honor.
Who took care of him while you were working for the Department of Corrections?
Well, my husband, my daughters.
What kind of work does your husband do?
He's also retired from the Department of Corrections.
Now, this is what your case is about. She lived in your brother's house up until the time he died. Your brother told you that he had been saving money for the defendant, cash, in his safe, which was in his house. And I assume it's a portable safe. You can pick it up and move it, correct?
Yes.
Because you did pick it up and move it. And he also told you that he was saving money for you.
No, Your Honor, I did not know that until after he was deceased.
Really?
Yes.
So he didn't tell you he was saving money for you?
No, he told my sister, which is right here, he told her that he was saving it.
But he told you he was saving the money?
Yes.
For her?
Yes.
Now, when you came to take the safe where he was keeping the money for her, I want you to hold up in your hands and show me how big the safe was. This big?
Yes.
And this tall?
Yes.
Was she at home when you came to take the safe? That's a yes or a no?
Yes, yes.
And who did you come with when you came to take the safe?
My husband and my daughters.
And was that the same day that your brother died, or was it the day he was taken to the hospital?
It was a couple of days after, Your Honor.
After what?
After he had passed away.
So 2 days afterwards?
Yes.
And you knew that your brother had put away money in the safe for her, who lived with him for 5 years while you were working for the Department of Corrections and taking $1,000. You didn't get any money from the state for taking care of her brother, did you? What?
She got room and board free, Your Honor, because he was secretly saving the money for her. Because she didn't know it. He was secretly saving it for her, Your Honor. So she lived rent-free for 5.5 years, not 5 years.
Very nice. Well, 5.5 years.
Yes, ma'am.
While you were working for the Department of Corrections, and she was living with your brother in his house.
Not working, Your Honor. Half of the time she wasn't working.
You're not following me. So far, the only scam I'm seeing is yours. Now, my question is, when I'm creating this picture for myself, if you knew that the cash was in the safe, belonged to her, why didn't you open the safe in front of her?
I tried several times, Your Honor, and couldn't get it open. I was too nervous. I was upset, Your Honor. My brother had just passed.
Not upset enough not to go get the safe.
No, because I had to get the information for his burial. I had to get the insurance policy, Your Honor.
So you thought that just the insurance policy for his burial was in the safe in addition to the cash?
Yes.
I'd like you to tell me what you did when you got the safe home to open it.
Well, Your Honor, I still couldn't open the safe. I was still too nervous. My middle daughter, she opened the safe. She's not able to be here, Your Honor, because she had to work.
I don't care. You have an idea where I'm going and what I think of your story. So you opened the safe, and according to you, in the safe for her, the only money, according to you, the only money in the safe was $5,000. Just $5,000. How much?
7, Your Honor.
They gave you 7?
No,
my
Your
husband,
Honor.
he counted it, Your Honor.
Your Honor, I only got 55.10 from the plaintiff.
55?
Well, $5,510 that I counted in front of her.
Well, you knew that all the cash in the safe belonged to her. Didn't belong to you, right? I don't care about you being nervous. Invite her to your house to open the safe. You knew all the cash in the safe your brother told you belonged to her. So it would seem to me that if all you were looking for was the insurance policy and the most valuable thing in the safe was the cash, you would have made certain, if you wanted to be honest, that the person who was supposed to get the cash would be there when you opened the safe. Do you understand where I'm going?
Yes, she could.
Good. So, money owed for the return of your brother's property that you say was taken without your permission. Did your brother have a will?
No.
Maybe, maybe not. Who knows? You were the only ones there when the safe was opened.
No.
You were the only ones there when the safe was opened. You're like one
daughter,
voice. A daughter?
Yes.
And a
my
husband?
Yes.
Yeah. What?
May I speak, Your Honor? Why would I take the money? She didn't even know it was in the safe. I gave it to her. If she didn't know it was in the safe, Your Honor, and I gave it to her, why would I want to take it? I didn't want her money. I wanted to bury my brother, Your Honor.
Then what you do is, if you knew
I didn't know how much, Your Honor.
Just a second. You're not, listen, whether you're playing dumb or that's not an act, I don't know which one it is. If you knew that all the money in the safe belonged to her, then you open the safe in front of her.
I tried, Your Honor.
Then take her to your house. Don't remove the safe from where it is that the most valuable thing in is the cash. Take her to your house.
Your Honor, when I got to the house and the envelope was in there with her name on it, we immediately gave it to her.
Listen to me. She can't prove otherwise, so I don't know how much was in there, and she doesn't know exactly how much was in there, so I can't guess how much was in there. But I want you to know that that's the sense that I'm coming to when I'm coming to your other claims that she took valuable property that belonged to your brother and that you are entitled to. That's my mindset. So now you want to tell me what property that you claim she took that belonged to your brother?
Yes, that was valuable, just very valuable to my brother and sentimental to me, Your Honor. It was his computer, printer, fax machine, Bose speakers, watch, jewelries, household items, number of things.
Take any of those things?
No, ma'am. The only thing that I took that was in the initial police report was an electric trash can. That was the only thing that I took from the house, other than my things.
Just a second. Do you have anyone who saw her take the property from the house?
No. I know she took it, Your Honor. She was the only one who had a key. I had a key, my brother had a key, and he's in heaven, so she was the only one. And Your Honor, when you go in the house to see it, all her things was gone, and so was my brother's valuables. And she the only one had access to the house, Your Honor.
Well,
and Your Honor, I know the difference between a robbery and a steal, you know? She robbed him.
Really?
She robbed him.
Really?
Yes.
You think that you think that I think that you robbed her of money?
No, I didn't, Your Honor.
Yeah, but I didn't ask you whether you did or not. Do you think that I think that you did?
You shouldn't, Your Honor, because if she didn't know she was getting the money and I gave it to her.
You gave her some of it.
No, I gave her all of it, Your Honor.
Don't believe
what
it.
all was in the envelope.
No, I don't believe it. Anyway, you have a counterclaim, and your counterclaim really is for the money. But you have no idea how much money was in there.
I do not.
Problem. It's a problem. I don't know how much money was in there. And we can't play a guessing game.
Yeah, I was paying him $200 for the first 2 years when I first moved in, and then he raised it to $350. And for the last year, since the beginning of 2016, I was paying $400. I had spoke with Doris.
Just a second. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
If what you're telling me is that you were paying for room and board and paying him so much, and that, put your hand down, and that's the money that you think he was putting away, it doesn't matter because you don't know, and you have to know.
Yeah, my calculations came from she openly admitted to me and my sister that she knows of $250 since I've moved in. So that was
I don't care, Miss Reed.
$13,000.
Miss Reed, it's all guesswork.
Okay.
Now I'm interested in what happened at the funeral because it's your claim that you were assaulted at the funeral.
Yes.
You went to the funeral and you claimed that you were assaulted by a bunch of guys.
Yes.
And that somehow the plaintiff was involved.
Yes, she was standing outside with her other two daughters, and I was trying to talk to her and trying to,
Not trying to. I want you to tell me what you said to her, what she said to you.
I was talking to her, and I was discussing, trying to tell her, we are family. We shouldn't be arguing. I didn't steal anything from the house, so if we have any disagreement, then we need to talk about it. She just kept shooing me away, and as soon as I turned around, 3 men were approaching me, so my brother-in-law, he stepped in to keep them from getting to me.
So that you were not assaulted?
No, we all had to get in to the altercation because he was...
My question is, so you were not assaulted?
Yes, I was hit in my face.
By whom?
By one of the people that she had come down there. They were all in street clothes.
Do you have a police report?
No, ma'am, we do not.
Do you have a medical record?
No, ma'am.
Did you see a doctor?
No.
Were you injured?
No.
Okay. Listen, people have to take care of their business. Your bad judgment, you had 2 pieces of bad judgment. The first piece of bad judgment was taking state money for taking care of your brother while you were also, put your hand down, while you were also collecting full pay from the Department of Corrections and later a pension from the Department of Corrections. Okay, that's number 1. Number 2, the thing that you knew for certain was that in the safe that your brother kept was cash, the most fungible form of an asset, cash. And you knew that your brother had told you that the cash in the safe he was saving, and it was his will that it go to the defendant for whatever reason. He wasn't leaving it to you. He wasn't leaving it to your 2 daughters who helped him. He wasn't leaving it to your husband who helped him. He was leaving it to the defendant. Your obligation, if you had wanted to follow through with your brother's wishes, would have been to open the safe in front of the defendant and say to her, my brother told me when he was alive that the money in the safe belongs to you, so whatever cash is in the safe is yours. I need his life insurance policy. By the way, did you find a life insurance policy?
Yes, yeah.
Great. And how much was it for?
$5,000.
And did that cover his burial expenses?
No, Your Honor. I paid $24,000.
Okay, so his life insurance policy didn't cover his burial expenses.
No.
You paid $2,400.
Yes.
Did you pay that to the funeral director in cash?
We did it over the phone, Your Honor, at credit card.
And was that before or after you opened the safe? Did you pay that to the funeral director in cash?
We did it over the phone, Your Honor, at credit card.
And was that before or after you opened the safe?
That was before.
Just a second. You went and got the safe 2 days after your brother died.
Yes.
When did you make the funeral arrangements?
A couple days after.
So you had already retrieved the safe.
Well,
You had already retrieved, according to you.
Yes.
You already had gotten the safe. You said you got the safe 2 days after your brother died. And 2 days after that, you got it because you needed the life insurance policy. Put your hand down. You got the life insurance policy because you had to make funeral arrangements for him.
Yes.
And then you saw the life insurance policy was only $5,000.
Yes.
And you were the beneficiary?
Yes.
Fine. And the funeral was $7,500. You got where I'm going?
Yes.
Okay. We're done here. Your case is dismissed.
We're not done.
Oh, I'm done. Case is dismissed.